So guys, we live, guys, we live, we live. Like the vid, 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 guys, like that vid. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Smash the like button. Smash that like button, guys. Smash the like button. Like that damn vid, guys. Guys, apologies. I went to the grocery store to get some stuff. That was why I was late. Apologies, guys. Like that vid, guys. Like the vid. Like the vid. Subscribe. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Like that vid, my people. Like that vid, guys. Like the last time when I talked about it, I said we're gonna talk about Ronaldo part two because the part one was out. So we're gonna talk about part two. And I was like telling you guys we will talk about part two because we have to talk about it. It's very, very important we're gonna talk about because I remember the part one when we had a discussion when we talked about that. I was like, you don't judge a book by a cover where Ronaldo talked about a lot of stuff. So we're gonna talk about it. We are gonna talk about it because it's very, very important to have a discussion about this. I'm like because I remember back then when guy was like, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of this, it's because of that. And I was like, you gotta just calm down because sometimes you're gonna hear we have to hear the full story first before we can talk about it and have a serious conversation about it. So we're gonna have a serious conversation. We're gonna do a breakdown because I have the part one with me where everybody have to listen to the part one. And also we are gonna talk about the part two also where we're gonna have a serious discussion about the part two and everything. Make sure you like the vid, like that vid, and I will appreciate guys. People send in super chat to support your guy. Send in super chat, guys. Guys, send that super chat to support your boy, guys. Make sure you like that vid, like that vid, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button, my people. Smash that like button, my people. Make sure you like the vid. Let's go, my people. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So my people, like what people are saying is like it's not an interview. It's like what's called people say it's like a TED talk, but for me, it's like interview because I remember in August where Ronaldo said he has something to say. I was like, okay, what does Cristiano Ronaldo wants to say when the time comes? And when the time comes in, he finally he finally says something. I was like, okay, let's see what Ronaldo wants to say because if he has something to say, everybody will have to see what he wants to say, and we have to listen to it. And he has already said his mind out. I'm like, okay. She asked even has said his mind out now. Now remain about what the concept saw, and in terms of the manager Ten Hag, the boardroom, United, and the Glazers have to do about it. But like I said also, the last time I said it is only Ronaldo that has that ability to challenge United in terms of the way they've been doing things. I'm not saying what they did was right, but I said he's the only man that have that ability to challenge United in terms of going forward. Like I said, I didn't say Ronaldo what he said was right, but because I listened to the first interview where I'm gonna have to play the video out for people to listen to, and everything he said in the first interview for me was 100% right.
There's no lie in the first interview because I read it from minute one to minute whatever minute you finish, and everything in that interview was 100% absolutely correct. So the second interview, I have to listen to it because I haven't listened to fully to it. I listened to the bit about it, which I haven't listened to the fully about it. I've listened to the bit about it, but we still have to have a discussion about it because people keep saying that people. Ronaldo was like, you can't judge me because you haven't listened to me first. You have to judge me after you listen to my viewpoint. Now, this is where I'm like, okay, I have listened to your viewpoint now. Let's have a serious discussion. And I said it already. Mm. Like also again, in the second interview, like I said, I didn't see anything that he said wrong there. It might be a little bit controversial, but I still don't see anything he said wrong in the second interview. Because Ronaldo is being justified in terms of this is what I said, and I have to be held. And I think this mistake was caused by Manchester United because I said it to United fans. Why are you bringing Ronaldo in when he doesn't fit exactly what you wanted in terms of the way you want to play football? That's number one. Number two is Eric Ten Hag said it in the summer that I can play with Ronaldo regardless of the controversy and everything and everything. I was like, okay, you can play with Ronaldo, but still have to see him in preseason first before you can make a decision. And even Ronaldo himself said it. I have a difficult situation because of his daughter that was dead, but they said they wasn't happy because of the way the United executive treated him because of the daughter. This is where I have to have a conversation about the United boardroom and the executive. Yes, guys, let's take football out of it. We are all humans, and Ronaldo's daughter is dead, and United board and the executive doesn't feel any remorse about it. For me, that is poor sponsorship for me. And that's not good enough. Yes, it might not turn up. It might not turn up for the preseason, but there have to be a reason why he didn't turn up. And he gave his reason. He said, and I quote, my daughter was sick and he was hospitalized, and I have a discussion with the United board in terms of this is what is going on, but they don't feel remorse about my daughter being dead. They just believe what I said. Everything I said is lie. I was like, okay, what is going on? In that, for me, with that aspect, I'll have to have the discussion about United that no, this is not good enough. We are how humans, and we have to feel as a human. For me, no. It doesn't make any sense for me. It doesn't. So Tom, I've listened to the first interview. I'm gonna play the first interview while everybody will listen to it. But I've listened to the first interview, and I've also listened to the second interview too. Second interview is a little bit beat, but I haven't listened to the full one. But the first one, I've listened to the first one. So give me your take on the first on the whole interview. Who is to blame in these aspects? Tom, are you there? Tom, are you there? Tom, can you hear me? Tom, are you there? I think I think Tom is a little is busy right now. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to sort of his mic. I don't know. I think Tom is a little bit busy right now. He's trying to sort of his mic. Maybe when his mic is kind of finished, okay, we'll probably have a discussion. Tom, let me know if your mic is working. If it is working very very well, let me know. So, like I said, Ronaldo is only man that can challenge United in terms of going forward because he knows everything that is going on in that club. And United has been below par for me though in terms of everything that has been happening to them, the sponsorship, so many stuff, man, so many stuff that has been happening. And I said it. He also even mentioned about the young boys coming up. When he was there, I think he played with Rio Ferdinand or Kane and Co, where he has to listen to the old guys in terms of listening to the old people that has been there and the experienced people that has been there for him to grow up. And the young people right now, it's difficult right now because the era of social media we are right now, the young guy doesn't really care. All what they care more is all about clicks play football, be heard on social media, and move on. And I don't think there's that hunger there, unlike then when there was so much hunger. And Ronaldo even said it that then there was no hunger in this generation right now, unlike when he was there was a lot of hungers there in him. So it was difficult though. It was very difficult. I don't blame Ronaldo. I don't, because I can understand and I can sympathize with him about what is going on. I can sympathize with him and I can actually exactly let him go what is going on. So I can sympathize with him in terms of going on. So I understand going forward. I understand what is going on because the social media era we are right now, guys, the people want to take things easy, 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 easy. People think things is easy, and you can't take the easy way out because it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. You can't take the easy way out, man. Because for me, it doesn't work. So if you believe you taking the easy way out for you is the best for me, good luck. Because there's no easy way out. You have to work hard, and you have to a little bit suffer also to make sure you are successful. It's difficult right now, but that's the route you gotta take as a normal human being to succeed. I don't know any other ways, but for me, that is the only way I feel you can succeed because there's no shortcut. For me, there isn't a shortcut. So you have to take the hard way for you to for you to be a successful person. So Storm, are you there now?
Yeah, go on.
So give me your take on the first interview and the second interview. Who is to blame here? Ronaldo, the boardroom, or the Glazers? What is going on? I listen to everything.
Well, the first part of the interview really
Mm-hmm.
was more personalised, wasn't it? It was more about him
Mm-hmm.
and his family and obviously the medical stuff and the personal tragedy and the personal loss
Mm-hmm.
to do with his family and his father and obviously his partner Georgina as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was more personalised towards him and his family. But I think with the second part to it, it was more aimed at the footballing side of things.
Mm-hmm.
It was aimed at Eric Ten Hag. It was aimed at Manchester United's board. It was aimed at the ownership, at former players.
Mm-hmm.
It covered all bases really in the second part of it, and that's what really sold it, didn't it? But
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't what it was hyped up to be, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I was expecting it to be a lot more, well, explosive, like it was supposed to be. Like, he didn't, if I'm being fair and honest, like, from a Man United point of view, he didn't tell me anything that I didn't already know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stuff to do with the coach and stuff, if I'm being honest, I think it's complete bollocks. The stuff with
Mm-hmm.
Ten Hag, I mean, you are all right to come out and say that, oh, the manager wanted to bring me on with 3 minutes to go. Cristiano, you're under contract, mate. You're getting paid £500,000 a week. Like, if a manager wants you to come on with 30 minutes to go or 3 minutes to go, you do it. You're under contract. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're going to kick up a fuss at that, then I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But he believes at 37 years old he's the greatest player of all time still, which right now I'd like he's not. He might be one of the greatest of all time or the greatest ever, that ever lived or whatever he wants to categorize himself as. But right now, he is not one of the top players in the world, is he? Let's be honest. Because if you play him, I can understand his point where he's not had the opportunities, but you've got to earn the opportunities. They're not guaranteed. They're not. You shouldn't be just because of your status. You're Cristiano Ronaldo. You've won X, Y, Z Ballon d'Ors and Champions Leagues. It doesn't mean your status. It doesn't mean you're, guaranteed to start week in, week out. You don't have a mandatory spot. That's Ten Hag's style. That's his management philosophy. Is
Mm-hmm.
the people who deserve to play and who impress me will play, and the people who don't, they sit out and they miss out. And ultimately, I think one of the things that annoyed me the most with the Ronaldo thing was it was a part of the interview in part one anyway, where he said, "Oh, the manager wanted to bring me on with 3 minutes to go or 3 minutes to go." You do it. You're under contract. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're going to kick up a fuss at that, then I mean, it's he spoke about young players at Manchester United, and I know who he was aiming at Garnacho with the late goal and everything. 18-year-old, well, he's Spanish, but he represents Argentina. Wonder kid that people were talking about and stuff. I know how good this young player is, but I'm not hyping him up as much because, like I say, he's only 18. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But to take that was his moment in a way. That was his goal, his first goal for Manchester United. He's a young, up and coming wonder kid kind of player that people are talking about, and Cristiano Ronaldo overshadowed all that with the interview because then he made it all about him. It's all about the Cristiano Ronaldo show, not Manchester United, not everything to do with it. It's the same when they go to the World Cup. The Portugal national team, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for the coach. I feel sorry for the players in that squad that have to play with him because they aren't going to have that experience of a World Cup how they should do, where it's about them as a team. Because that World Cup and that Portugal national squad will be revolved around who? Cristiano Ronaldo, because of this interview. If he, bags a hat-trick in, a game, and he gets called for interview, do you think they're going to ask him questions about the hat-trick that he scored? Or do you think they're going to ask him questions about the interview that he's just exploded on about Erik ten Hag, about Manchester United? What do you think will sell more? A hat-trick at the World Cup? Or
the interview will sell more.
The interview, exactly, the interview. It's so contexted with some of the things that he said because I think some of the things that he said is very true, and I know for a fact that I believe in what Cristiano Ronaldo said even before he came out with the interview because the ownership isn't great. I think a lot of people know that. The infrastructure around the club isn't great. The directors are not fit for purpose because they're not sporting people. They come from financial backgrounds. So ultimately, the things that he said on that end of things were correct. But the one thing I would say with Cristiano Ronaldo and him being 37 years old, and I think when he retires from football and he sits there and he has nothing to do at all other than manage his brand or finances, I think he will sit there and I think he will regret. I think he will regret what he has done in this way because when you have time on your hands, you have a lot of time to think and reflect on what you've done. And I think this doesn't suit him well because you come into a football club and you portray that, you're coming back to win things and stuff. But there's no tail in football. You either leave as a hero or you stay long enough to become the villain. And Cristiano Ronaldo, he left this football club the first time as a hero. And at that point in time, he deserved his £80 million move to Real Madrid. That's what you call a player who deserves something. He does not deserve to start week in, week out because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. If players are performing better than you and they fit the manager's purpose and philosophy better, unfortunately, Cristiano, that's football. It happens to loads of players. A new manager rolls in. If you're not fit for purpose and you don't fit his style, unfortunately, you've got to live with it. You're not above authority. You're not above, contractual agreements. You're not above the law. If you was above the law, Cristiano, you had a court case hanging over you in America, did you not? Yeah. We won't get into that. You're not above authority because you're Cristiano Ronaldo. The first time ever in your career you'd been suspended from the actual playing squad and everything by the manager. But I don't understand how you can call Erik ten Hag out so many times about, dropping you from the squad or not playing you, this, that, the other. But every single press conference that he gets asked about Cristiano Ronaldo, he's defended you. He said that, he's in you're in his plans. You're gonna get the chance, but the thing that I already know Ten Hag's defence in this case will be because he didn't attend the pre-season,
which he says was because of his daughter.
Which let's be fair, Abdullahi, it doesn't matter if it's Cristiano Ronaldo or any other player. if you don't attend a new manager in his first season, a pre-season is important, would you not say? Because he gets to know his players, he gets to know his squad, he can, how would you say, he can test things, can't he? He can try things out. And to not and for Ronaldo not to go on that and then come back late, which there's personal reasons or whatever that Cristiano's explained, but you've missed the pre-season that other players have played on, excelled, and have deserved their spot to play at the start of the season. But you've come back thinking, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm entitled to start. My brand speaks for itself and blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't. Like I say, sometimes you're going to meet coaches who are going to roll through the door and they'll look at you and think, yeah, you're my player, you're my man. Sometimes you're going to roll into a football club, a new coach is going to roll into a football club and think, nah, you ain't for me. There's the door. Because if you want me to be honest, Abdullahi, a player who should probably be kicking up more of a fuss than Cristiano Ronaldo right now, probably Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I mean, the guy's not even had a minute at this football club. He's not even been in the matchday squads. So, if anybody's going to be kicking up a fuss and portraying interviews about Erik ten Hag or Manchester United, it should be him, should it not? Not Cristiano Ronaldo. But at the end of the day, he claims he's got all these offers on the table because now the full interview has come out. I expect a statement from Manchester United probably in the coming days, probably condemning some of his comments. But I'll be very honest with you, Abdullahi. He will, in my opinion, I don't think he should anyway, represent Manchester United ever again. But ultimately, I think you've gone too far. I think if you would have done the interview based upon part one, and that was the interview, 45 minutes, and that was the interview, you could have a case for potentially, and it's a very slight chance, of ever returning to Carrington and finishing your contracts out till the end of the season. But with part two, where you have blitzed the manager, you have blitzed the ownership, you have blitzed everything to do with the club itself, even as far down as the chefs. When you've done that, that takes that chance away completely. Because these people who you are calling out are your employers. Let me take this, Abdai. You're my employer. I come out to the media and I absolutely blitz you and rinse you. I walk in the next day. What are you going to be? What's going to be sitting on your on my desk from you? My P45. I'm gone. I'm sacked. I'm out of there. You get rid of me.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo will not walk back into Carrington ever again. I'll be shocked if he doesn't have his own private entourage go into Carrington and clear out his locker for him, because he will never ever return to Manchester United's Carrington training ground or Old Trafford ever again. Not as a player, anyway. Because you can't come out and call out our ownership and the people who pay you, treat you well, at 500 grand a week, which ultimately, that's 2 million a month when you work it out. And over 12 months, that works out at what? I think it's like, 24 million, something like that? I mean, talk is cheap, isn't it? £24 million that Manchester United are going to lose having to pay per year. That's a new player there. So for me, if you want, like I say, he's done this interview, and in many cases, people call it a TED talk or whatever they want to call it. I call it an exit interview, if I'm being perfectly honest. Because it's just basically, in other words, he could have saved 90 minutes of his life talking to Piers Morgan and just come out and said, look, I'll come back to the club. It's not worked out. I'm gone. See you later. What? He could have said that in, 30 seconds? Because that is all that was tonight, really. And on Wednesday as well was, I want out. He didn't get what he wanted in the summer for whatever reason, but he wanted out from in the summer. So for this just to drag on and drag on. But I think, final point anyway, but I think Erik ten Hag, if I'm being honest, the amount of shite that he's had to put up with from the start of this season, it's not just with all of this because I think him as a coach, I don't think he's been respected for the job that he's actually done this far because
Mm-hmm.
it's hard enough to get a result to get the points on the board and win games as it is without having to deal with this Ronaldo saga that's dragged on all the way since the summer till
Mm-hmm.
now. So he's had to deal with that. He's had to deal with his captain, Harry Maguire, who's been underperforming. You know, does he keep him as the captain? Doesn't he? Those question marks are there. He then has other players that have had surging drops in form, like Jadon Sancho, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've had excels in form in the likes of Marcus Rashford. And then you have the question mark over Ronaldo and stuff. And to put all that together and in a way to keep it together, because these are emotional people. This isn't, a fairy tale. This is proper people's lives that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And, stress that plays on the mind. To have all that to contain with, and you're at the biggest football club in the world where decisions haven't gone well for your predecessors and they've been sacked, like, when that plays on your mind, you're thinking, well, the media still want to call me out and say that I'm not doing a good job, and now I get absolutely blitzed by one of the greatest players of all time. I mean, it's going to play on his mind, isn't it? But I think he deserves the respect for how he's handled a lot of these situations. And he exiled Ronaldo from the squad, and he gave him that second chance. So
Mm-hmm.
For me, Ten Hag's he's got nothing to apologise for. He's got nothing to. I don't even think he needs to make a statement, if I'm being perfectly honest, because the man cussed him the first time. He took the piss out of him, and he reprimanded him and suspended him. And then he gave Ronaldo the second chance coming back into the squad, which a
Mm-hmm.
lot of coaches wouldn't have done, by the way.
Yeah.
When you suspend a player, they could suspend them or terminate the contract like that. He gave him that second chance to come back,
Yeah.
and then he took the piss out of him again by doing the interview. So for me, Ten Hag's given him the chances that he needs, and that's that. I think Ronaldo needs to part company with Man United and vice versa.
I agree with what you said about Storm because the first interview was personally mainly on him in terms of
It was his family, wasn't it?
families
The first part, yeah.
and Tom. That is when where I blame the United executive and the boardroom. I'm excluding Ten Hag out of here. I am blaming the board and the executive because I'm taking football out of this way. Ronaldo is a player in which you guys paid money for, like to play
Yeah,
football.
I think we paid like
Yes,
25
but
million or something.
yes, but you can't doubt his honesty in terms of his family and his life. When somebody
No,
says
no, no, no. I'm not
this is
doubting
what
that.
is happening to me, you have to believe him because he just lost his daughter or his son. Now his mentality as a man will change because now he's telling you exactly what is going on around him. In as much as he wants to doubt him as a man, you still have to give him that belief and that love that you
Yeah.
know what is going on, whatever is happening, go sort it out. When you are ready, let us know. What you are making him feel is it's just a mere something that is dead. He will feel so bad and so frustrated that what is going on with his club I'm supported for a
Hmm.
very long time. Where I just lost my daughter. So you can't even feel remorse about me losing my daughter. As an human being, it takes a lot in your mind. That is why I'm going at the executive from the Glazers to the boardroom, whoever in that boardroom is, whoever what is
Hmm.
going on, their president and everything. That is where my
I
problem with.
don't think. Yeah, I think from the board's point of view, if we're on about part A, I
Mm-hmm,
think the board, the ownership, the directors,
mm-hmm,
people like that. I don't think that can be thrown into question about like if they're getting together and saying, is he telling the truth or is he not like, nah man,
mm-hmm,
get the hell out of there. Like
mm-hmm,
the man's just lost his daughter, it's all over the news. He even posted about it.
mm-hmm.
I mean, he even said in the interview that he got a letter from Her Majesty, well, the late
Yeah,
Her
doing
Majesty the
it, yeah.
Queen,
Mm-hmm,
Queen Elizabeth,
yeah.
like from the royal family itself as well, showing
Mm-hmm,
their remorse. And you're questioning if it's even real
yeah.
or like his
Mm-hmm,
whereabouts or why it's taking so long for him. The man's grieving the loss of his. Oh, well, we don't even know the full extent of it. If the
mm-hmm.
child was even born, or
No, no.
if
What he said
or
in the
not.
interview said it was a twins. One
Yeah,
one
well, it
is
was
alive,
twins, but I mean,
one is alive, the other one was dead.
That's
So
the thing.
and then he
So
said he was feeling a little bit uncomfortable because then he has to play football, and it was like he spoke to Giorgio, his girlfriend, and they told him to go and play. And he was like, I don't want to play because I'm still feeling uncomfortable playing because of my daughter that get dead. And he said he spoke to the executive of United that this is what's going on around me. Then his belief was, we know what's going on. We're gonna give you time off, whatever time off you
yeah,
need.
he did. Yeah, he gave him
Get that
2
time off.
weeks.
Speak to the manager. Get that. If it is 2 weeks, if it is 1 month, let him get that. Let him.
Yeah,
Let him have that time.
Ragnick already said that he'd give him 2 weeks, and
So
then
let him
in
have that
the
time
press
to
conference.
refresh. But I think what Ronaldo feel was he didn't feel that how do I put it?
Empathy.
He didn't feel that atmosphere, or let me say love around him, that this is what is going on. Can you understand that I am a human being and this is what's going on around my family? Can you just please give me that peace I want to fix what is going on around me? And that is where the United board have that. I've been saying it. Is that we are all human. We all make mistakes. It's normal. But when a man comes out and says this is exactly what's going on around me, you don't need to doubt him. You don't need to doubt him because
No, absolutely not.
this is life and this is human being. It's life and a human being. So he said this out. You have to respect his decision and his opinion as a man. That is why I'm excluding Ten Hag out of here now. I am going straight to that boardroom. Whoever making that decision, that dumb decision, literally because
well, it wasn't actually when Ten Hag was in charge, was it? It was when Ragnick was there.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't even Ten Hag at all. That's why I'm going.
No, because it was when we had
going straight to the
caretaker.
boardroom. I'm going straight to the boardroom.
I think you're confusing the two situations. There was the one situation when he was with the daughters, with the twin situation, but the other situation I think is referring to is because the reason why I didn't go to preseason was because his daughter suffered from bronchiolitis.
Yeah.
So that was the situation. So that was during preseason. So Ten Hag was there. So
yeah, for that part, yeah.
Yeah, for that part, exactly. Yeah. So obviously, because Ronaldo had obviously recently lost the kid, as someone who works with pediatrics, because I'm a sort of a pediatric radiology doctor, bronchiolitis is quite I can understand because it's essentially like it's like a bit bad pneumonia basically. So kids are on ventilators and stuff like that as well. So I can imagine that you're basically seeing your kids like struggle to breathe basically for a while. So I can understand as a parent's point of view why that could be quite distressing. So I can understand from that point of view why that he's like, I can't do preseason because the combination of the recent death and then also this, my headspace isn't there. I suspect the reason why the board were not particularly we don't believe him was because they presumably, from a financial logistic point of view, were like, well, hang on a minute, you're the kind of our brand that we're using when we go to Thailand and all the rest of it and stuff like that as well. So it was probably a minor annoyance that the guy who we kind of use to kind of sell out these things is not coming to the preseason. That's annoying, etc. So they kind of reluctantly were like, okay, yeah, we accept your reason, but we don't kind of like it really because it's affecting our pockets, our money. If that makes any sense. So that's probably that's when I watched the interview. That's kind of what I gauged from it. That it wasn't like they were like they didn't accept it. It was that they weren't kind of like, oh yeah, of course, go on.
They weren't comfortable with it, were
they? Weren't comfortable, and I think the reason why they weren't comfortable with it is from a financial draw kind of point of view. Because at the end of the day, as Ronaldo was saying, is that he's not spoken to the Glazers, and the Glazers only see revenue and money and stuff like that as well. So that's what I suspect is the thing. But I'm sorry, Tom, were you still speaking? Or
no, go ahead.
Right.
G,
because in terms of the whole interview, because from the part one, we're gonna talk about part two because I listened to the part one, and for me, I don't think what they said in part one there's a lie in it. Everything that has been saying has been truthful. Remember, we had a discussion with I had a discussion with you. Remember, I said United need to fix from the boardroom to the managing stuff and to the players because you guys will be spending money ridiculously on some players you don't even need to spend money on at all. You don't even need to go there at all. As a brand, we know how big and how high
Manchester United is in terms of brand. We know that for sure. That, you don't even need to tell anybody because we know that in that aspect. But Ronaldo coming out and saying this, it's not new to me because I've known this for a very long time. Like I said to people, he's the only man that can say it out and come out and say this is going on with United fan, United boardroom. He has to be fixed. We can't go forward without we cannot go forward if this is not being fixed. He's the only one that can do it, and I respect that in him as a man and as a human being.
I mean, I mean, because I deliberately didn't go on Twitter or look at the things because people they show snippets of videos and things stuff like that. I wanted to watch the full thing in its context before I made an assessment, which I put on my channel, because these days people are very binary in how they think. You're either a Ronaldo fanboy or you're Messi fanboy or whatever. There's no reason for there's nowhere there can be nuance. So but given the reaction by Twitter, I got when I was going into this, I was thinking this was going to be some sort of explosive interview. But if I'm honest, the impression I got from the whole thing was this was just two mates kind of having a conversation. That's literally the impression I got. And obviously Piers Morgan is a fan. I'm not saying that I can understand why certain comments that he made when people weren't like, oh, but I don't know. It's just I just feel I don't know if it's because we're much more sensitive now or something, but the stuff that was being said, the way that people, I felt that the way people reacted it, I was almost kind of like, I don't get what is so bad about what said that people are reacting in such a very, very volatile kind of way. For me personally, I didn't get it. That could be because, of my job. That could be just the fact that I went into the interview because of how negative people were on Twitter thinking this was going to be a shit show. But actually, when I watched it, I was like, okay, yeah, I can. Even, for example, on Twitter, some of the Rooney comments, the way that Twitter handled it is that he went for Rooney, but a lot of the look things, I was like, okay, I kind of get it. I mean, the whole look thing was a joke. It wasn't serious. There was just banter between the two, and it was Piers Morgan that brought up the question, not Ronaldo. And even the comments, the whole, maybe Rooney's jersey, etc. I think my understanding, my take of it was that he didn't kind of understand how, like, Rooney had his kid over and they were just coming over and chilling and had him over, and then after that to then go in and say stuff like that, to say you don't think he fits. It's like, hang on a minute, bro. Like, what I don't get it. Why are you saying this comment? I don't. That's how I took it anyway. So because I've never really understood why, and I don't like it when and I said the same thing for Ollie as well, where I don't like when ex players, ex pundits, people in the club that they look they talk about a current manager or talk about a current player, but certainly talk about a current manager. I've never got it. But if you are going to speak that way, then also be prepared to sort of to give it back, if that makes any sense. So fundamentally, I think for me, so, and I may, again, maybe this is a generational thing because I actually recently rewatched The Last Dance and Michael Jordan, and a lot of the stuff that Michael Jordan said against, like, the owner of the ball arcade was probably worse than what Ronaldo has been saying, much worse. But the thing is, because he was still invincible, scoring the goals, popular, etc., 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 people were on the side of Michael Jordan. They were like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" Etc. So no one was saying that. No one was saying, "Oh, Michael, why are you putting yourself ahead of the club, the institution?" Which is basically what the guy, what's his name? The fat guy, Cross. That's basically what he was saying. So I do think that it was actually quite refreshing. And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying this because I agree with everything that Ronaldo said. I don't, but I do think it was quite refreshing actually seeing a player just be like open and honest about the situation he's finding himself in. Because if I'm honest, I don't like how footballers, especially now, how it's so in quote clean, so that even after post match reaction, when when City battered U- United.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we didn't play. Oh, we didn't sort of like, I don't care. But whereas the following day when we lost against Brentford, I appreciated David De Gea's honesty when he was like, "Listen, I cost us the game. It was me. I feel bad, etc., etc." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there's something to be said about when football players and sportsmen in general can be open and honest about how they really feel about things. And even though I think that even the Ten Hag's comments, because I think a lot of people, I think one of the things I'm is that a lot of people, because the interview was what 90 minutes,
Yeah.
his comments about Ten Hag were probably about maybe maximum maybe 5 to 10 minutes of the
Yeah.
interview, if
Yeah.
that, and even those comments, I was like, okay, I can understand because when I try and look at him, I try and put myself in the position of the person.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand when Ronaldo's saying, like, even though I can see where people say, oh, he's egotistical, he's this. Okay, fine. But when you have been told that you are a top player, when you've been told that you've been crucial to the team, when you've been told that you are an important player, and as we've been told in Ten Hag that you want a player to stay,
Mm-hmm.
only to be then told, well, actually, you're not really, and I'm putting you on for for 3 minutes to basically waste time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why you do a 3 minute sub. You put a player on for 3 minutes at the end of the game to waste time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, it's not to really contribute. Really,
Mm-hmm.
Ollie did this all the time with Van der Beek, and people were saying, um, why are you disrespecting Van der Beek or etc. by putting on for 2 or 3 minutes? United fans are saying that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
How can you why are you what is he going to do? Well, you're disrespecting by doing it.
Yeah.
So when so because clearly you don't value the player if you're doing that. So we acknowledge that. So of course, when with a player of Ronaldo, what he's achieved, and of course, there's clearly things behind the scenes that he didn't say, and he alluded to in the interview. It was like, I can't. There's clearly stuff that's happening behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
where there's a clash between him and Ten Hag,
Ten Hag, yeah.
and what side you're on, I don't care because I'm not on either side. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really care at the moment in time. However, my understanding from Ten Hag is that he's a guy that clearly wants to be in charge and in control,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of the reasons why I think that he was probably the one that was responsible for Ten Hag, the whole contract being him being, because he was supposed to be a consultant going into this season, and I probably think that on the advice of Ten Hag, um, that they terminated his contract, paying him 40 million or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Um, but at the end of the day, I I understand that. Doesn't mean I think it's right, because at the end of the day, he should still be humble enough,
Mm-hmm.
like Slack and all other players, to be like, listen, bro, the team is the most important thing. So you know what? I'm just going to do whatever I can for the team. But like I said, I think that it was probably because of certain things that haven't been said in the background.
Because he said it because he said if that's the case, if you want to play, put him on in 3 minutes against what club was that?
It was
Tottenham Hotspur.
Spurs.
He said against Manchester City, I deserve to play that match. He told Ten Hag told you what, I want to save Ronaldo's career because I believe I just want. The reason I didn't play
Yeah.
this was just to save his career. And Ronaldo, the question to why Ronaldo was even pissed off to that moment was like, if you cannot play me against Manchester City, why you putting me on 3 minutes against Tottenham to do what?
Yeah.
That's a disrespect to
No,
me.
exactly.
That's a disrespect.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. So like when I'm speaking this, I'm not trying to say that like I am a Ronaldo fanboy or I'm anti Ten Hag, etc. this is what I'm saying. I don't like how people are so binary about these two things. I have criticisms for Ten Hag. I'm not saying I'm Ten Hag out. There's certain things that I've seen. Like, don't get me started on the whole De Jong situation. Where for me, I still don't understand how when De Jong has come out and said that he didn't want to leave Barcelona at all, why we spent months during the transfer window pursuing Frankie De Jong when the player was clear that he didn't want to leave the club, and he said that to Barca when we could investigate. But I don't want to just distract from that. But my point is that like the way that it's almost come across is that if you're a Ronaldo fanboy, Ten Hag is the devil and Ronaldo's in the right. And if you're anti-Ronaldo, like Ten Hag can do absolutely no wrong. He's taking United in the right direction, and Ronaldo needs to leave. For me, I'm in the middle because I'm still yet to be convinced. I still think Ten Hag needs time, but so from what I'm seeing, he's done okay. Like, I'd make an argument that Eddie Howe has done a lot better, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's more of like we'll see what happens. Not he's garbage, but more like let's see what happens, because we've been here before where managers have started well. I'd argue that Oli, Van Gaal, and even Mourinho had better starts than Ten Hag has. And then all it takes is a few players to be like, yeah, I'm not interested anymore. And then they drop off, the players down tools, and things happen and it gets untenable. So fundamentally what I'm trying to say is, because I've been speaking for too long, is that ultimately I think it is probably best for both parties that Ronaldo goes. Whether that will be the case or not, I don't know. I would imagine that he'll be that because people saying his contract will be terminated. I don't know, because I think Ben Foster did an interview with I think it was Mark Gold United Stan, and he was saying that, and Ben Foster from the players' sector was saying that you have to do something really, 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 really bad for your contract to be terminated. I mean, bearing in mind that Greenwood's contract hasn't been terminated; he's been suspended. So to have it terminated like that, you have to do something. So this is definitely not This is him saying, "I don't like the coach." This is not in the same stratosphere as Greenwood, although low-key, I feel like people have reacted more negatively to this than Greenwood, but I'll put that to one side. But yeah, I don't think his contract is going to be terminated. It's possible that he might go in January. I think United just might offer to sell him in January. Or the worst case scenario, which I think is a possibility, is that to be petty, or maybe to discipline him, they'll go, "We're not selling you. We're just going to put you in the reserves until the season's over, and then you can leave by yourself." That's probably what I think is that might happen. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
How do you think? Can I ask you a question first?
Yeah.
How do you think Ten Hag's handled the whole saga? It started pretty much from the tail end of last season to the pre-season, and then obviously the suspension, and then till now. Do you think as a coach, do you think he's managed it well, or?
I don't. As in specifically the Ronaldo saga.
Just specifically him, yeah.
So I think the one criticism that I will have about Ten Hag was that when Ronaldo stormed off out of the thing, which I think was wrong. And I think when it was asked by the press, because I think they obviously suspended him. It was something about like, did you suspend him because of him walking off or something like that? Ten Hag basically said like yes, and almost the way that that he replied to the question was almost like he added fuel to the journalists basically. So I would have liked the situation, even though I think that Ronaldo was wrong in that. I would have liked that situation to have been as simple as like, listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're going to handle the situation internally, and that's it. No more questions on Ronaldo. That's probably the only criticism I have about that particular incident. But in terms of him as a coach, it's difficult because we can only see what we're given by the press. And honestly, I'd love to hear what Ten Hag has to say about the situation from his perspective.
Because Ronaldo said it in his interview that people are judging him based on what they say on the press and what they see.
Exactly.
He said You don't know what is going on in Carrington training
Yeah,
pitch, and
and
even in some personal life, you don't know what's going
yeah,
on. So you don't
and
even want to judge. Stop judging him based on what you
yeah,
see in the press.
and you don't know exactly. I would argue, and but this I could argue this the same thing with many coaches and players. So like I bring up Ollie for example. There's probably a lot of things behind the scenes that we don't know that didn't happen because of Ollie's respect to club being a good guy, as Ronaldo ironically mentioned in his interview, we don't see, but we only see what the press and the media generate.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, fundamentally to answer Tom's question, overall, yes, I think for just coming to the club, I think he's done he's been able to kind of like um steer the ship, as it were, and obviously set his authority down. And obviously that helps when fans have his support and his backing because he's a new manager, he's a new coach at the end of the day.
Hmm.
However, um, if he takes this approach um, to other players in the future, I can see there being problems. That's the only thing that I will say. Like I can see um because I get the impression of Ten Hag that he is quite stubborn,
Mm-hmm.
um, in a good way, but also in a sometimes Jose way. And I just I hope it doesn't come to this, but I just have a feeling that we're going to be here maybe 2 years, 2.5 years to 3 years down the line. So let's say his third season, and you know you have another mutiny situation like the players have done in the past,
Hmm.
and the players then down tools and they drop form and they disagree and they sort of like Ten Hag comes across as a coach well. With Ollie, I think the players loved Ollie. I think his tenure on Tottenham, they just loved him. Whereas Ten Hag he's in a 4-10 and that's good. But the downside of that is that it's very easy for players to down tools and then turn on you when things don't go right, when you fall out. Very easy. And what these Manchester United players have shown in previous years is that they will down tools if they feel like they don't agree with the manager. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But would I be surprised given the state of this club from the top down and the current players that we have? No, I would not. So that's what I have to say about that.
Mm.
Let me come to Abdul. Abdul, the grandpa. We did that. See, I don't want to play the interview for minutes on 2 minutes from the part one and part two. I've listened to both of the interview, and if I start playing right now, in the next 5 hours, we won't leave here. So, Grandpa Abdul, I know you said you're waiting for what you have been waiting for like 10 years in terms of United, what has been going on and everything. After listening to the first interview and the second interview, give me a summary about what is going on with Manchester United, the boardroom themselves, and Ronaldo. Because in the first interview, for me, everything Ronaldo said is true. He's been justified in the first interview, 100%. Even in the second interview, I still feel for me, he is justified also too in some of the what he said in the second interview. Because if I'm looking at what Gary Neville said, I don't want to go there too much. It's gonna be spooky. I don't want to go there too much, but majority of what he said in the interview for me, it is right. Most of it has been right. The United boardroom needs to understand that the direction they are going. Yes, I understand that, but when a player like Ronaldo comes out and talk, something is really going bad, and they have to fix this way. They have to fix this in a way that another player will not come out in the future that is gonna speak it. Because Ferdinand said it. Ferdinand said this Ronaldo talk should have been handled privately between Ronaldo, the boardroom, Ten Hag, and the Glazers together. Let's sit together in the round table and let's have a proper discussion. Game over. It's over. That Ronaldo is talking now. Everybody's listening. They know exactly what is going on. He said, I can guarantee you another person will come out in the next 2 years and say exactly the same thing Ronaldo is saying to the boardroom, to the manager, to the Glazers. Now, where does United boardroom go to? Or where does the hierarchy go? If this can be faced with Ronaldo, the icon of the football, how can it be faced when a player of not even Ronaldo level come out and say the same thing Ronaldo is saying right now? He's saying the same thing again. How can they be fixed? So Abdul, give me your take on that.
Yeah, big up everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Abdullah?
Abdul, we can't hear you.
Can you not hear me? Can you hear me now?
Nope.
You, I can. It's very very low.
It's
Can
very
you
low.
turn the sound of your mic up?
Oh, okay. It's low. You said.
Yeah,
Yeah, like your
yeah.
mic is quite low.
Your mic is low.
The volume anyway.
Don't worry. I've got a loud voice, so
Okay, that's
yeah,
better. Okay, that's
Okay,
better. Yeah. There you
yeah.
go
You,
now.
you, you see what I mean? I haven't even
mm,
moved my mic, so
Oh right. Okay.
I've got a loud voice, so I'm going to start screaming very soon. Yeah. So
right.
pick up everyone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw the second interview,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is, there are some in parts of the interview where it's better or goes to remove Ronaldo from the argument, and
Mm-hmm.
there's some parts of the interview that you have to look at Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
So what I learned from the interview is, as I've said the last time, it kind of gave me an authoritative answer to what has been going on with Man United for the past 10 seasons, because I always felt concerned that what has happened to United since Ferguson left, they haven't won the league, i.e., 2013. And I started getting scared like 2015. I started mentioning it to United supporters that I know personally, that what is going to happen, what happened to Liverpool in the 90s and the 2000 might happen to United again, where they'll go for like 10, 15, 20 years without winning the league. So
Mm,
Allah, that will reduce the status of the club. And
mm.
actually, Alex Ferguson in particular, we all know worked so hard in bringing back Manchester United to the level it was.
Oh,
The,
sorry, Abdul. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm not because you're making good points. One thing to also note was one of the things that I think people miss from the interview is how Ronaldo mentioned David Gill, the
Yeah,
ex-president. So
yeah, he did.
a lot of people
Hmm.
talk about, oh, Sir Alex Ferguson, the manager, etc., or we need to get a manager. But it was that him emphasizing the importance of David Gill just showed the importance of having of what a good president is. So yes, hence why it's like, okay, yeah, cool. We've got Ten Hag, we've got your manager, that's great. But the fact that Ronaldo said that it was Sir Alex Ferguson and David Gill, a good manager and a good president that led Manchester United to the success they had was
Mm-hmm.
key. So even if United do have a good manager, and hoping will be, if the president running that club is still dysfunctional, it's still going to cause problems, you know. So, but sorry, Abdul, go on. You just reminded me. So go on.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Point taken. So the thing is, they have come a long way. But then looking back, Alex Ferguson and the so-called president then or chief executive actually helped to showcase both not only Manchester United, but in a way partly sold the Premier League brand to the rest of the world. So they took it to the rest of the world, and the era of Ronaldo helped to maintain that status. Now they're kind of dipping in a way, and I kept asking people. Even then, I used to ask people, "What happened to Liverpool?" Because because Liverpool Football Club kind of sold English football club to the rest of the world in the 80s. Okay, and I started telling them, "Aren't you guys worried that what happened to Liverpool might happen to you? What is actually happening and what is exactly happening?" But obviously, nobody could give you a convincing answer
Mm-hmm.
for the obvious reasons that majority of us are actually just external. We have nobody internal sharing this information with us, and this is the first time somebody with authority is sharing the shortcomings and the results and the problems with the general public. So to me, he gave me some kind of football reasons from that perspective, i.e., nothing has changed, nothing has moved. They've not grown internally. They've not started doing things differently. They've not improved. They've not um, become innovative. Nothing. Everything has just remained flat. So to me, I was actually happy I got that result from a football perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another part I saw um, that I kind of learned is where he said he couldn't come on for the last 2 minutes of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't play against the Man City a game. I believe looking at it, those are actually Ronaldo's. He allowed his emotions to overtake him in those two instances, not coming on for the last 2 minutes because you thought you're a big star or whatever reason he gave is
Mm-hmm.
actually he is at fault in that instance, and I think he acknowledged it, and he kind of apologized about it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, in those two instances, I think Ronaldo is at fault because the manager can only select 11 players, and some of the players those managers actually select are actually based on opinion. So it's not a matter, or it's not. I don't think it's a direct dig at maybe Ronaldo. It's just who the manager prefers, and sometimes those managers' choices or selection are biased. But who are we to actually um, question them because they are the ones carrying the job? So I think Ronaldo was at fault in
Mm-hmm.
those instances. Another thing I actually learned from that interview is Ronaldo still has a competitive edge like he was 24 years old or like he is 24 years old. That's another thing I learned there. Now, if you look at ex professional players, once they start getting to 30 plus, you can see they start taking some kind of statesman like approach to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, everything, they are more rational, they are more logical, they are more reasoning, and they kind of adjust to things, in a statesman like manner. But I think Ronaldo hasn't. He's not embracing that. He just thinks still a 24-year-old competitive animal,
Mm-hmm.
which is obviously what has taken him to five, I think 4 or 5 Ballon d'Ors,
Mm-hmm.
and won him like 3 Champions League and things like this. That is what has made him one of the greatest players to ever exist till today. So I don't know how he can rectify that aspect of his mentality. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he thinks if he brings it down or he becomes more state-like, maybe he would lose a bit of edge. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that is one thing I learned. This guy does not think. He just thinks he's 30. When he says something on paper, he
Mm-hmm.
just thinks he's 37 on paper. And to be honest, you could take him for 27 because he looks more clean and more energetic and more athletic despite being 37. So this is another thing I learned. You could blame him for that. You could say, "Oh no, whatever." But
Mm-hmm.
I know some players who, when they take this statesman's like
Approach.
position
Mm-hmm.
or um, mentality, they kind of lose a bit of edge. A player that I saw that weight was Clarence Seedorf. When Clarence Seedorf got to like 30 something, he became more of a statesman. He lost that edge of the real Clarence Seedorf.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only player that came to mind. So maybe he doesn't want to lose that competitive edge. That's why he thinks anything that affects his football, he has to be aggressive with it. And he has to, you know, throw out his prams, or how do you say it? Throw his pram out of his, or throw his toys out of his, whatever the way they say it.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things I can say I learned from that interview. Other things, there are other general things that came out of the interview, but I'm not too carried away with that. People are saying, "Oh, is this his exit?" Oh, a lot of players try all kinds of things for their exit. So it's not the first time a player want to leave a club. Another people are saying um, all kinds of things. Is it because he's got too much ego or what?
Mm-hmm.
If you've been around these people, you've got to have a bit of ego to be able to be driven on that level. So I think this were my take as far as I
Mm-hmm.
can remember from the interview.
Mm-hmm. Or
Wait, can I
Obaka.
just
Go
one
ahead.
one point, Abdullah? Just one point before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Abdul made a very good point about the whole his mentality sort of thing. Because in the interview, one of the things that Ronaldo mentioned was the idea of like hunger,
Yeah,
and
he
one
said
of
the
the
young
things that
players doesn't have younger. I agree.
yeah, that was and one of the things I noticed. And to be honest, like I actually don't disagree with him because I think a lot of young players now, because I think when Ronaldo started, yeah, they were still getting paid a fair bit, but I don't think anywhere near as they are now. As in, like, they were getting paid, but I mean, if you were a youth player or
Mm-hmm.
playing in the second division or something like that, you probably weren't getting that much. But these days now, even the youth players are getting paid loads of money, So and the
Mm-hmm.
attention that they're getting as well, the hype, the media, the social, all the rest of it. So his comments about the fact that, like, a lot of young players, like, they feel like they basically buy into their own hype, whereby they believe that they're the best. Because people will even talk about no player being bigger than the club. I'm hearing a lot of Twitter say no player should be bigger than the club, and yet these same people twerk for Mbappe. And I'm like, Mbappe literally just the whole transfer saga thing, where, like, the president of a country has to ring to beg you to stay. That, if anything, shows that a player is too big for a club, and yet, like, he's now the face and the future of football. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
and I would argue that Ronaldo has achieved more. Okay, yes, Mbappe won a World Cup at 19. I get that, but in terms of uh, overall so far, of course, Ronaldo has achieved more than what Mbappe has. So I can. It certainly was an interesting perspective on the idea that I don't think you're ever going to see a player to the elite level of Ronaldo or Messi again, because these players took care of their bodies ridiculously well and had a mentality to continue to being the best, the best, the best.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of young players, they like football, they enjoy the intention, they want to win,
Mm-hmm.
but do they have the drive, the hunger, the desire to push themselves you have an injury, like, to have the drive. Like, look, I remember Zlatan almost having a
Mm-hmm.
career injury, that drive to bring himself back.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of players don't have that. Like, it was one of my criticisms for Pogba. I love him, it's great, he's talented, but at the end of the day, like, you know, there's much more emphasis on what I do on social media and my followers than putting all that energy into bringing you back and a hunger for the game, winning the trophies, etc., etc. So for that reason, I don't think you're ever going to see players of the same level of consistency as Ronaldo or Messi again. They
Mm-hmm.
might have the same skill, but what's going to happen is they'll burn themselves out in 2 or 3 years, get jaded with the game, and then move on. So from that point of view, I agree with Ronaldo. So I just don't think that the modern day footballer really has the same hunger and drive as the footballers in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, etc.
I get what you said. Carl,
Hey, Abdullah. Good evening, guys.
good evening. Give me your take on the overall interview.
Yeah. So, um, I'm not a Ronaldo fanboy, but I do respect the work he has put in over the years, and I respect him for his work ethic. I respect him for his goals. I respect him what he does in front of the goal. Unlike many Man City fans out there who fake as if they won't want him in the team, I'm not one of those people. I would take him every single day because assuming he had come to us last year, all those stupid chances that Sterling and Mahrez missed in front of the goal in front of Real Madrid, Ronaldo buries that.
Yeah,
And we find ourselves in the final of the Champions League, period.
I agree.
And I won't have any stupid argument from any City fan saying otherwise, because we know it's all just nonsense, baked in, old rhetoric bullshit. Facts is facts. The guy is one of the GOATs. For me, I'm a Messi guy, but Ronaldo is a champion, right? Now, so I go into the interview, and just before I say that, I want to really talk about Red Devil Studio because I listened to him in my car driving home from practice,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the most articulate, well-spoken, well thought through argument I've heard from any United fan in my entire life.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks.
that was so enjoyable. As a person who likes to think, who loves the game, I really enjoyed that narrative. You really package that in a well-balanced, thoughtful way. Really enjoyable. Best I've heard. So kudos to you, my brother.
Yeah.
Let them say, see, when you talk about United fans, when talk about people I respect,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
respect.
Respect.
When talk about hierarchies,
Mm.
the football is hierarchy. Let them be
Yeah,
one of them. He is
yeah.
one of, when hierarchies, I respect it. I respect it so much
So
beyond
yeah,
explanation.
so I go into the interview, right? I'm always very careful with the media. I'm always very careful because the media, in my opinion, are two-faced
Sorry, I came
chameleons.
late. What were you guys respecting? Sorry, I came late.
Relax.
Oh.
Red
Let them
Devil
be
Studio,
them.
right?
Relax.
So I
Okay.
go into the interview,
Relax,
right?
little man.
Right, very careful because I know what the media are like, right?
Mhm.
Let me take you back to August 2022, August 17th.
Mhm.
Gary Neville comes out on a tweet and says, it's time for somebody, a player, to come out and talk about what's going on at Man United. Everything.
Mhm.
Fast forward to November, Ronaldo does that. And all of a sudden, because United now have some traction, everybody now begins to paint Ronaldo as the devil
Mhm.
for what everybody's been calling out. Now, the whole Ten Hag thing was overblown, in my opinion. He just stated his opinion. He felt disrespected. And to be fair, you don't keep a goat like that on the bench against City and then playing for 3 minutes against Tottenham. You don't do that, right? You let the guy do what he needs to do. And if it's not working, you change him. But the more I listened to the first part and the second part, I was waiting for the punchline, and the punchline never came. And I'm asking myself the question, what exactly did this guy say that was wrong? He talked about the Glazers, which we all know, right? I mean, imagine Messi coming to City and Khaldun doesn't talk to him. How is that possible? Or Sheikh Mansour, or Messi comes to City and Sheikh Mansour doesn't even talk to the guy. It's not possible. That's disrespect, right? Guy comes back in. He's talking about his family, what he went through. He talks about the fact that he felt disrespected. Okay. He talked about Ralph Ragnick. We all knew, rival fans all knew that Ragnick was a shithead. Didn't know Jack. Didn't know anything. We were laughing. All of us were laughing. Call him was it Wrecking Ragnick, whatever his name is. We laughed at them. We all knew that Oli was not the guy to take United to the promised land because he didn't have the experience.
Yeah.
Right? So what was it that he was saying that was new, that we all knew? We learned today about the fact that the reason why he didn't show up for preseason was because of the fact that his daughter had bronchitis. And I'll tell you, bronchitis is a serious disease. My son had it before he was young, and you have to take care of it very, very gently. Right? Upon that, he lost his son in not too distant past. So when you look at all these things, I keep asking, what exactly is the punchline here? Now, take it from me, for the guy to come out and say this, I think is courageous because he knows his career at United is now dead. Now, what I'm asking United fans is, United fans, if this guy has come out and said these things about the organization, the kitchen, the infrastructure, the facilities, we see leaking roofs, shouldn't you be pointing fingers at the Glazers for their incompetence and celebrate Ronaldo for calling these things out and sacrificing himself, right, to make this statement? Okay, maybe the Ten Hag thing, maybe he shouldn't have gone there. Who knows, right? Maybe some people say, look, I can't talk about that. We don't agree, move on. Maybe. Right? I give him that. But generally, the fingers should be pointed at the ownership, not the guy. What does he have to prove? He's won 5 Ballon d'Ors. He won how many Champions League? Got 3 or 4?
6. I think 6. Is
this? Plenty. Right? He may not be at the peak of his career, but still, his contribution to the game, his contribution to the club, in my opinion, warrants he has the credibility to stand up and speak about what he's experiencing. So I still don't understand what this whole furore is around him, from the media in particular, on this guy.
I'll tell you what it is. Carl, have fun now. I hear you.
Oh my God, no. The team really. I've had many arguments with many of even my fan base.
No, Carl, let me just give you one. I just want to interject, and then you can go on. What it is the act of getting up and traveling to New York and giving Piers Morgan a phone call.
No, it is Ronaldo's house. It wasn't Ronaldo's
No, hold
house.
on. And say, Piers, I got something to say. It's that act that is the problem. It's not, obviously what he's saying is true, but you're not looking at the act of. So what is it that prompted him to go in front of camera. It's the pre, what's that thing in law, pre and post. It's the, what do you call it again? It is the act of going to what is prompting him to do this.
But he has the authority and the power to do it.
But the timing, you see, the timing is unfortunately sensationalized. Think about it. It's like you want to leave when the ovation is high. That's a Fergie school of thought, actually, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fergie student, you guys see. So again, it depends on how people look at it. Obviously, the man is telling the truth. Nobody's doubting where it's coming from, but you also have to look at the
circumstance.
No, it's not even the circumstance. The timing.
And that's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Timing.
But my counter argument, Blue Eyes, is there's no better time than to do it right now. No better time.
Obviously, but still, it leaves. It's like a to whom it may concern approach.
But Blue Eyes, Ronaldo have said this thing in August that he wants to speak to the entire world and the United.
Well, Abdullah, even if the August one is, I mean, I'm just thinking about it from a perspective of which other person can say this and carry this much weight for United.
I know.
Apart from Sir Alex, nobody else can. Because Mourinho said it, nobody paid him attention, right?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Lukaku
said it.
Zlatan said the same thing. Nobody paid attention.
The guy knows, listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate here, Carl. Like I always say to Abdullah and the guys, Ororo is my guy. Let's not get this twisted. But you also have to think about the timing. This is he hasn't gotten any play. This is the time before this is his last World Cup. I mean, you can just see everything is lining up nicely, man. Come on. So
lining up for what?
The thing about it is for me is it takes there are two things: either great stupidity or great bravery to say it at this point in time.
This has nothing to do with bravery, man.
It's one of the two, right?
No, this is just a man, a crybaby.
No,
talking rubbish.
I don't agree with that.
A little cheerleader there, giving him little shots for him to just dunk in.
I don't agree with that.
Everything he says doesn't really make any sense. So you're telling me he had no inside source that could have told him that?
Did you even look
that we had no swimming pool that was new, no jacuzzi that was new before he joined Man United?
But you see, you're missing the point though. You're missing the point though. The point is the point.
Infrastructure change. Don't say that. Please don't say that.
The point is that he's saying that if you want to be a top organization, it's unacceptable not to have evolved.
But when you were successful, we were owned by the Glazers, weren't we?
But let me tell you something.
When he was winning his Ballon d'Or with Man United, we're still owned by the Glazers, weren't we?
What year was that?
2008.
Hey,
2008. What year are we in?
I'm just saying.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. What year are we in?
2022.
So
I'm sorry.
It's been how many years?
This man is full of shit, man.
No. See, this is the problem. This is the nuance that we don't. I'm not a United fan. I'm not a United fan, right?
Yeah.
But if a guy left, hold on. If a guy left the organization in 2008 and came back in 2022 and still serving the same fries in the same bowl and the same pot as he did 14 years ago, there's a problem.
But why didn't he say? Hold on.
We're still winning Champions Leagues and we're still winning Premier League titles. Nobody would care about the infrastructure.
But you won't. But
let me say something.
But
let me ask you something. Now hold on.
But the reason why you're not.
Carl, let me ask you something.
Okay, Blue, yeah, go on.
Really quick. Oh, sorry, Red Devil. Sorry, Carl. Let me ask you something.
Go on.
Hi, you guys made me forget. Go ahead.
But the reason why you're not to answer the question, the reason why you're not winning is because the infrastructure cannot carry that. That's what he's saying.
Man, stop it, man.
So why are you
winning? Not going to let us win on the pitch, man.
And you said it's bullshit. Okay, so clarify the point. So you said the whole Ronaldo into is BS, something like that. So how do you see the situation going from here?
Well, I'm not Ronaldo. I can't tell you that.
No, there's no. It's
No,
not.
no,
It's not about where the situation goes from here. What's
What is
done
it?
is what's done is done, bro.
Yeah.
This is
You
a PR
understand?
move for himself.
Exactly.
That's
What's
what
done
it
is done. This is like no need to cry
Drag
over.
him. Blue Eyes.
Because we have people actually sympathizing for him. It's the craziest part about
Let me ask a question, right?
How is this
how is this a PR move for him? How?
No, it's not
if
that.
you go to an
I'm just
interview
telling.
and somebody's giving you nice
How
questions,
is
giving
this?
you the
How
talking
does this
points,
help
like,
him?
Let me answer you.
How does this help him?
Let me. I
How?
did not. Let me tell you something.
because people believe him. That's
Remember
why.
what I said to you in the beginning of.
But the thing,
Remember what I said to you.
actually, let me pinpoint. But why shouldn't they believe him?
Because at the end of the day, let's just break this down.
Carl,
Football
I said it to you.
is about
Timing.
what you're doing for me
No,
now.
It's perfect
It's about
timing.
what for. He's
Let him
being
speak.
poor
Let
this
him
season.
speak, go on.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
perfect
fact.
timing.
He's being poor.
Okay.
Yeah, he's being poor this season.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you're being poor and you're getting angry that
How many games he started? So
No,
how many games he started?
No, I don't want to hear. No, I don't.
Let me say something.
How many
I
games?
remember
How
what
many
I
games?
wanted.
Whoa, guys.
Let him finish.
Let me just say what I wanted.
Points.
Go ahead.
finish.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay.
So,
This
yeah,
is good. This
Let
is
him
good.
finish
make your
up.
At
points.
the end
Go
of
on.
the day, like sport
Ronaldo does
is a
this to you.
is a short term thing. All we
Okay.
care about is recent results. Are we
Okay.
wrong or not? So
Okay.
the guy has been poor on the pitch. At the end of the
Okay.
day, you can't be poor on the pitch and having an interview now. To me, makes
That's
no
what I'm
sense.
saying.
If he left Man United and you talk fair, you can say what you want to say.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, yeah, the Man United fans are like, okay, dude, score some goals for us, help us as a team. You're not doing that. You're basically causing more drama for us. Our
That's what I'm
club already
saying.
has drama. We have the guy that has sexual allegations. We're not going to talk about his name. We already have enough drama in itself.
No,
How
I
can
don't
a
know
guy
what
that we're
that's though.
paying so much money to perform, you're not performing on the pitch as well? He's just been a problem since he joined the club. Simple as
Why?
that.
The question is, ladies and gentlemen, why didn't he do this interview last season when he scored 20-something goals? Why? Why didn't he do it last season? It would have even been nicer. When his stats
Blue
were
Eyes,
high.
you know the answer to that question, Blue Eyes?
What? The timing wasn't right.
No.
What?
Who was the manager last season?
Ole.
Exactly. And what did he say about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
That Ole is his man now, obviously.
Exactly.
It was Ragnick. It was Ragnick and Oli. It was really Ragnick.
Yeah. Right. And then when Ragnick came, everything blew up. Because they're saying, how can United go and hire a sporting director from Russia to go and manage Man United to do what exactly? When Ragnick joined, all of us laughed. Like, what the hell are these people doing?
Mm-hmm.
The godfather of pressing, Klopp's godfather. Right. So if we're laughing, what do you think Ronaldo is doing? Saying, what the hell is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Are we being serious?
Sorry,
I'm not a CR7 fan. Guys, I'm not a CR7 fan in any way or shape. Right?
I am.
But on this topic, I respect what he's done.
Can someone bring up?
This is what I mean. It worked. It worked.
Wait. Can someone bring up the last comment?
Ronaldo's my guy.
What do you say?
No, because see this is the problem. Like, and maybe again, I'm older than some people here. Like, I don't like the. I don't know why when assigning coach, people don't understand nuance. Where like you either have to be a Ronaldo fanboy and accept everything that Ronaldo does,
yeah,
or be the opposite. I don't really understand why like you can't like. That's why on my channels on here, I'm trying almost like a balanced perspective.
You know why? You know why?
You'd be cool.
Let me tell you something before you go forward. I'm a fanboy, but I also know the level of his football. Let me tell you straight up. So yeah, there's also the mix of us that can tell you about his technicality.
But when we think about this is not a footballing issue though. This is more.
That's right.
Personal conflicts he has with the club. This has nothing to do. The interview didn't ask him that. How comes you've only scored 2 goals this season? Questions that you could ask. That's footballing. You can talk about why is his performance being so poor.
Yeah, but this
We're
is but
talking about his own personal
The
conflicts, his
timing.
own personal
Yeah.
challenges. That's all he was talking about.
No, he wasn't. No,
Timing.
he wasn't. That's
He
false.
talks
They've been
about his
talking.
daughter.
Timing.
He talks about how he feels about other players. Those are personal things, his own
Yeah,
subjective views.
Yeah, but he's but obviously he's so talking about the manager and how and the relation to the games regarding Spurs and City was not football.
It's not footballing because what
That was
how the narrative of
That's
this
that's a
interview
power
is.
play.
No,
That's
no,
a
no, no,
power
no.
play.
No. The narrative of interview is more he's the victim.
Mhm.
So you
No,
don't
but
understand why other professionals are criticizing, telling you that you cannot behave like that. Come on, that's nonsense. Like he doesn't understand that.
You said everything he said was not talking about footballs or personal. I gave you examples where he brought up situations regarding his football. You said that was
But
personal.
I'm talking about his own personal performances. He kept on talking about how he felt, feelings. That's all he kept on talking about. He never addressed think about a question would be
but he was never.
did you deserve to start against Chelsea?
If I may ask you, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Did he start against City?
No.
Did
Why
he start
is that?
against?
Because he's
Hold
crap.
on, wait, didn't finish now, guy. You don't talk. We gotta talk my house now. I'm like, wait now, cool down. Did he start against City?
No, I think it was not even on the bench.
Did he start against Tottenham?
No.
Did he start against Chelsea?
Why? But why didn't he start?
No.
Why did he start those games?
Wait. So he didn't start any of the 3 big games. How many minutes did he? How many goals has Martial scored for United?
My days!
No, I'm asking questions.
I've heard this point a million
No,
times.
I'm just asking questions so I can understand now. I'm just trying to understand when you say that he hasn't performed. I'm asking the question: How many games has he started for you guys this season? How many games has he
Enough to
started?
know that he's crap.
How many? You know how many?
We're not
You know how
doing
many?
this metrics.
No, let me tell you.
The guy is
Wait,
crap.
now, my guy.
No, it's a fair question, but
If you don't know how many, I can tell you how many. 3.
Okay, tell us then. Oh, you're
3.
asking questions. Also, you want
3
to
games.
ask
3.
then?
1, 2, 3. 3 games. 3. That's all he started. Now, I can tell you that if Kevin De Bruyne starts only 3 games for City, right, he will be shit.
Different positions.
Doesn't matter. Same footballer, same ego, same drive, same importance.
Oh my days.
Right? 3.
What?
3.
What?
I'm not a CR7 fan.
You sound like one. Actually,
I'm
sound
not.
like one.
Oh God, no, God knows. Blue has to tell you, I'm a Messi guy.
No, let me land. See, this is the problem with this debate. Like that why this is the problem. It's like you do not have to be in a situation where you have to have fanboys on the right and people are anti on the left. It's quite possible to have a discussion where there's nuance, where you can respect people's views. But for some reason, let me just finish. But for some reason, like if you can say, like, the way I look at this interview is that there's certain things in the interview that I can see, okay, fair enough, Ronaldo, I can see your points here, and there's certain things in the interview and go, bro, that was uncalled for. But what I found is that when I speak about that, if I say that, the people who are Ronaldo fanboys are like, why aren't you defending the guy? And the people who are anti-Ronaldo fanboys are like, bro, how you disrespect the club, etc., etc. The polarization in football online is the problem. And quite frankly, at the end of the day, when people talk about PR stuff, this has benefited Piers Morgan. This actually benefits the Glazers. This actually benefits a lot of these organizations.
No. But Red Devil, listen.
How does it benefit the Glazers? They don't care.
Let me just finish the point. Do you know how you say they don't care? Do you know how much money comes from the PR that Ronaldo has? I think as I said before, I think part of the reason why they were miffed was because they used his image to sell the Thailand tour and he didn't go. That's why they were pissed. That's why I was annoyed. So the reality is that all this negativity, all this positivity, whatever it is, all this at the end of the day is there by the press, by the media, whether it's true or not, to sell, to make money, irrespective. And football fans, Manchester United fans, were going at each other's throats. Where we've now got a situation where once again Manchester United fans are at each other. They were at each other against Ollie. They were at each other against Mourinho. They were at each other against Pogba. Now they're at each other against.
Let me help you out. So
I've almost finished. Let me just
okay.
finish the point.
No, I want to ask you a question actually.
Yeah, I'm just finishing my point. They're at each other against, and now at each other against Ronaldo as well. Ronaldo will probably leave, and at some point we'll probably at each other inevitably when Ten Hag gets sacked. You know, so the reality is, like, we at the very least we can be in a situation where we can at least try and be more nuanced, where we don't necessarily have to go from one extreme to the next. Actually have productive conversations. From this interview, be like,
we're not politicians, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, what are you trying to sensitize here, man? No, man. We're just trying to. This is like talking in a bien parlor, man.
If you want to have your politicians, you know, there's
if you want to go sit,
no.
This is the reason why we come out here, man.
Okay, so
this is like a bien parlor. Listen, hold on, Red Devil, hold on. Let me just say something. Hold on, let me say something.
Okay,
no, I'm not asking a question. I just want to say something. I just want to say something. This is like a beer parlor discussion. Let me just remind you. There's nobody here that comes here with minutes.
This one will be lower. This one will be beer parlor, my guy.
Whatever it is.
This one will be black beer parlor. Even beer parlor said we have discussion, can disagree to agree to disagree.
Exactly.
But what he's saying is that, and I agree with him, there's some parts of it I'm like, okay, Ronaldo, maybe you shouldn't have said that. But by and large, what he said,
but the thing
facts. What's facts, Blue Eyes?
Ronaldo?
Yes.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm talking to Red Devil. I'm not talking about Ronaldo. What I'm saying is you're thinking this whole, there's no, people are saying how they feel.
Okay.
There's no rules.
Okay.
There's no, I hear what you're trying to say. I know you're trying to play Mr. Middle Ground. But this is...
I think you should always aim for the middle ground, because
of course, but at the same time, people look at people. Listen, you don't watch a dancing masquerade in a stationary position. No, you got to look at it from different angles.
Yeah,
exactly. So people have different views.
Yeah, so therefore you should exactly. So therefore you should take the most holistic person. The most holistic person is the person that looks at it from 2 points of view, and then makes their conclusion. The holistic people are not people who say, I'm going to stick in my camp. I'm not going to hear what anyone else says on the other side. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to change.
Well, we're football fans.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
We support one club.
Thank you.
And football fans are known to be toxic.
Thank you.
It's tribalism.
Yeah, exactly.
I get. You're right. Don't get me wrong.
And it's wrong.
You're correct.
I don't even know why we're talking about this.
But that doesn't make it fun.
No, thank you.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, okay, that's fine. But the thing is, for me, is that you're right. But the thing is, the thing is that at the end of the day, you know what's going to happen, right? We're going to be here 2 or 3 years from now. And we're going to be talking about the same things. So when I'm saying these things, it's not because of, I'm trying to make people's fun or something. It's because I'm seeing the same stuff, the same patterns, the same conversations, the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, with no change and no progress. And ultimately,
what do you mean? No, I don't get that. What do you mean, though? I know what I was talking about football-wise. No, listen. I know what I was talking about football-wise 3 years ago versus what I'm talking about now, night and day.
I think what he's talking about the polarization.
You always have to emphasize everything you say.
I'm talking about the I'm talking in the aspect of Manchester United, because the polarization, like people think that people think that this whole polarization is new. The whole Ollie in versus Ollie out thing, people remember that. The whole Jose Mourinho in versus out, people remember that. The whole Pogba in, Pogba, people remember that. Yeah. You say it's football, that's fine. Yeah. But ultimately, when it comes to actually having some real substantial change, because I know that Newcastle, I know that Liverpool, I know all these clubs are gonna be ahead of Manchester United in the next 2 or 3 years, because I know that those clubs have a direction, have a purpose, have a structure. I know that I know that for a fact. So when I see a fan base where they're more concerned about their own egos, their own agendas, rather than uniting to try and force some degree of change to take the club forward, it of course concerns me. That doesn't mean that I agree with everything that Ronaldo says, or I think that he's the go or whatever. But it's that like I'm tired of being here again, of another on the verge of another fan war divide, when the reality is that this club, okay, needs to focus on the real issues to go forward. And I don't
This
think
what your owners want, though, bro.
Nobody,
you know that, right?
Nobody's dividing anything. Nobody's dividing. Tomorrow, people will go and drink beer and go to work. Nobody's dividing anything. This is football. Tomorrow, you wake up tomorrow and it's a brand new day.
No, I don't think you understand it, bro. You mean
the same thing? The same thing over again?
Well, you know what? Sometimes, and that's why somebody was saying that we're tribal as fans. This is and that's where therein lies the madness, Mr. Red.
And you are fans end of the day. Yeah. Fans, you know what fans stands for, right?
Of course. Yes. Come on. And trust me, you think I'll ever accept that? I mean, let's not even go there. But again, that's how murky those roads are.
No,
I remember you guys remember what Lukaku done to you, innit?
Well, this is different though.
If you take it from Manchester United for a second, like I'm Nigerian. I look at just today we got
please, Red Devil to the I beg you, please don't talk. And Red Devil, please.
You know, let's just
we got plenty.
Red Devil, please don't talk about it.
We got destroyed. Let's keep it like I'll let you guys actually. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know something actually, because I have an Airbnb. I have at my house. I get an Airbnb out, and there was a guy that stayed with me. So to be more lighthearted, there was a guy stayed with me that was a football agent, and he was actually a football agent to is it on Onyai? I think Onai, one of the Nigerian players. I forget. So sorry about the name.
Does he play for Fulham?
No. He plays in Turkey.
Oleinka.
Is it Oleinka?
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, yes.
He's a Chelsea academy, right?
He used to be. He's Chelsea academy. Yeah, he is.
Where's he playing now?
He plays.
I think he's in Turkey, innit?
Torino.
Yes, he's playing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No. So, did he leave Torino?
I don't even know.
I thought he was on loan again. I probably loaned him out again. He's
No,
loaned to Fulham. Don't know where he is now.
But anyway,
Emmanuel Dennis.
He told me actually, like, because he had him on he was phoning him on like video call basically. So I saw him. So I spoke to him. I was like, guys, bro, like, why? Because this was after Nigeria obviously crashed out because we lost to Ghana, and I was like, what happened? Like, why did you guys, not like what happened is what I asked. And he was basically like, listen, he was honest with me. He's like, listen, the manager wasn't serious, the players weren't serious, we didn't take it seriously. And he said it was wild.
That's what he actually said.
That's
wow.
Yes.
I'm not joking. He literally said like we weren't serious. And
yeah, but that's a cop out though. You know that, right?
Sorry?
If you watch that, no, that's a cop out. Because if you actually watch that game, they actually took it seriously, but they weren't good enough.
He was just trash. He doesn't want to say he's trash.
They don't want to say the truth. They weren't good enough.
I think his point was trying to make is that like not in the game that they weren't taking it serious, but the whole build up to it, the training, just everything like that, the manager's tactics, etc. was like essentially was saying was like, yeah, we just like we as fans were like, of course you should take it serious. You want to qualify for the World Cup. But they were like, it's just another game.
I mean, the truth is that when you fire your manager before the World Cup qualifying, you're bringing Iguagon.
Those men are criminals, man.
Who's inexperienced. I mean, that's what you get, right? So
he was a nice guy enough. He's smart. I said, thank you.
Nah, that's a criminal. RDS, that's a criminal. That's what a criminal says.
The previous manager wasn't doing a good job, anyways. Though it wasn't like he didn't.
I said, end of the day, just another game.
Jibs, man.
I think that's the thing, because a reason why I tied it to United in a way was. Or I want to put it to the side was that it's a bit of a structure, because essentially what he was saying is top to bottom,
But Nigeria is different.
Jibs, a big
Nigeria
up Jibs
goes down to the whole societal issue. It's deeper than just like structure of the FA. We have like core social issues. That's like it's more than that with us. Like why we're crap. We have a population.
You know,
bro. Even with that, we still should be in Ghana.
RDS, let me tell you. Yeah. So one of my friends who's he's in the house. He's in the house of assembly. Yeah. So I asked him. I said, my guy. I said, this Nigeria problem of light of power. What's going on, my guy? Why can't you guys in the Senate focus anything? You know, the guy told me. He said, my guy, make I explain something to you, eh? This Nigeria light problem is spiritual. I'm like, what do you mean it's spiritual? He said in the beginning, God said, let there be light. Eh? He said, even the problem with Nigeria is that
this is why pastors are rich in that country. That's why pastors
in the beginning, he said that it's a spiritual problem. It's not a problem of power generation. It's a spiritual.
Wow.
This guy is in the House of Assembly.
Yeah.
Where's the hope?
My days, man.
This guy's bank account needs to be checked.
I digress.
These are the people that are in charge of running like stuff. These are the people that are in charge, man.
Yeah, so I still think even we still should have lost to Ghana, but even with all those issues, we still.
You guys could not party,
that Ghana team was trash.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't a good team, and it was that goalkeeper as well. That
light thing guy talking about yaks on our podcast. You talking about that guy, innit?
Abdullah, where are you? They're running away.
Yeah, just like I know. I'm only saying this because like the World Cup is coming soon, and it's just like
is this the guy that Manchester United was looking at?
Oshman. Yeah, well, yeah. No, Oshman.
I'm telling you, man, all those light skin players need to stop coming to the national team.
That guy is good, though. Osman is good, man.
All of them, man, are shouldn't be coming back, man.
That's a card comment. I can't lie.
Uzo collect, man. Uzo collect.
No. Okay, so tell me why can Senegal have a structure?
Because most of the players are from France. They got developed in France and they play for Senegal. Koulibaly's French academy. That other guy, centre back, they're all French. They all come from the French academy and they just play for Senegal.
Yeah, but I agree with that. But it's not like Nigeria haven't had good players.
No, they don't have a better structure than us. They're just using the French connection.
Let me tell you something.
No, but if you look at their coaching structure, even they've had the same coach for how long?
Yeah,
I think for almost 10 plus years they've had the same coach, same backroom stuff. So there's like, even though the players they get from France, there's still some level of background structure that is existent there. Senegal.
Okay.
That's why they're successful.
If we had all the British players that were in England play for Nigeria, we'll win the World Cup.
No, but what you're forgetting about the Senegalese coach, whoever was speaking about
Aliou Cissé.
He was top player for Senegal. He was a linchpin in his time for Senegal. People don't know that.
Yeah, but we had recently passed Keshi.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was undermined by the federation all the time. You know, I think Keshi would still done a job. I think if Keshi, obviously, God bless his soul, rest in peace, would have beaten Ghana, we would have qualified. But the constant undermining, the constant
it's true.
That's the key thing. I don't see the Senegal thing where they're undermining him.
But let's be honest, unless we speak to a Senegalese fan, we don't really know what's going on in the FA. To be honest, so I'm not really gonna. I don't know what's really going on in Senegal.
I agree with that.
It's like you marry because your neighbor married a younger wife. You start looking. You start looking across the window.
No, I don't know what
exactly.
How does that compare that? The window.
Exactly. That's. I know.
It's not younger. Like I respect you. Senegal are currently what?
But if you understand what I mean, and what I'm trying to say is because Senegal is in the World Cup, Now
No,
you
they
want
won
to
the African
start
Cup of
talking. You
Nations.
want to start saying we look like this. Nah.
They won the African Cup of Nations.
Well, we did.
They've been in the last 2 finals for the AFCON.
Yeah, they've been in the last 2 finals.
So they've
AFCON.
had consistent success.
True,
But it's the AFCON though. Like, it's the AFCON though.
Bro, Nigeria lost to who in the AFCON?
Yeah,
Regis,
we're
I'm begging you,
embarrassing.
don't
No,
talk
we just
about
embarrassed
Nigeria.
ourselves.
I'm
That's
begging
the
you.
Then
difference.
you know,
We just
you know what's so
embarrassed
mad,
Did
RDS?
you
He
just
lost to
wake
the
up today
team
to
that
punish
lost the worst
Nigerians?
team
What is
ever.
this?
We
My
embarrassed
goodness.
ourselves.
Guys, blue eyes, I said blue eyes.
Red
Regis,
Devil, please
don't talk
stop.
about
stop.
Nigeria.
You
Yeah,
just woke
knocked
up
out,
today
man.
to say, okay, you're coming after.
Yeah.
No, please.
See,
First of all, you remind us that Portugal played today. Like, what is that?
It's not. I thought. I generally thought that Nigeria would act as a friendly, but at least they'd actually try and not embarrass themselves. That's what I thought. I didn't think I would look.
I mean, why would they try though?
4-0 down.
Realistically speaking,
Try.
Who's the coach? Who's the coach at the moment? Is it that Portuguese guy?
Please, don't let us go there. See, I have signed. See,
Oh,
I have signed out of Nigeria since Angola 2006, and I don't want to even talk about them again. I have signed out from the national team since Angola.
Do you remember when we drew to Central
Angola 06? I am not turning up again. Please, Angola 06, I'm not turning up again. Please.
RDS, who did you draw to?
James, leave me alone.
Central African Republic, man. Central African Republic, man. That was good. Like, it's like people saying like, oh yeah, like a drew. Was it a draw or loss? It might have been a loss actually. I don't know.
you lost to a location.
A location, a bank, man. Central African bank, man.
God, we're losing to war zones as well, man. We're just man. We're
If I start talking about Nigeria, I will get
oh.
heartbeat, man. I don't want to keep talking about.
I can see why Core decided to call. Didn't he call switch nationalities?
It's back to is it Germany?
Is he Ghanaian now?
Is it Ghanaian?
I think it's Ghana. Yeah. Core was German, and then Ghana beat Nigeria, and then he came.
Did you say that he's never been to Germany? He has no German links. How is he German?
Let me tell you,
he supports Bayern.
Yeah.
So that's what makes him German.
Now, first, remember he supported Dortmund, and then he moved to Bayern.
No, he supported AC Milan.
He supported Barca.
He supported Barca.
Yeah, that's his original club.
Barca, then Dortmund, and then Bayern, wasn't it? Yeah.
Nah, you see, Ogene Tebo, man. Chai.
Oh man,
no comment. I don't want to talk about Nigeria, please.
I can't be the only one that is upset that Nigeria are in the World Cup.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was just packaging, man. Packaging.
Oh, sad.
No, but do you guys take this result seriously? Because for the Nigerian players, what was the point of even playing hard in this game? It's not like they're going to the World Cup.
No, but when you get abused, then when you get this is what you call slapped. When you get slapped, you don't want to get slapped.
Twitter that day was crazy, man.
That's what you call a mending. Like, you don't want to be that. Come on, man. A cluster. It wasn't one or two. It was a cluster of goals.
It was only 4.
It's about pride sometimes. I'm not saying that you don't have motivation, but like sometimes.
I mean, RDS, let's be real. These are professional players, man.
Wait.
Imagine going back to your. Imagine going back.
Wait. I don't want. I hate to do this. I don't like when it comes to Nigeria because it's gonna get my head hot, and I don't want to start.
No, you have to say the truth, man.
See, the last time Nigeria become a team is when we had Vicente Yama. We don't have a goalkeeper. We know what we have as an. But as always, we have an agricultural science as a goalkeeper. Somebody that goes to the farm and farm yam and tubers.
No, he's the coach.
Our goalkeeper goes to yam and tubers. We don't have a defender. Our defender always yam and tubers, agricultural science. Same thing with midfielder. So from the defense to the midfield to the goalkeeper are class A, class B, and class C. And you expect me to support the country where I have signed out since Angola 06 and I'll never turn up again because we have been this bad. We've been this bad.
Things will change soon. Things will change.
I don't see.
Wait, hey, Seven, did you say things will change soon?
Soon come.
No, it's going to change. Listen, man, let me tell you something. Who says that? Let me tell you something about this Nigerian team that you guys are that you might not know. You see, there is an oxygen that is going to keep this organization afloat, and that oxygen is the spirit of what Niger football. So That is always going to be there. Now, hold on.
You're deluded.
No, hold on.
Okay,
Let me just
go on.
finish.
Okay, go on.
Now, it depends on what we build on that deludedness that you're talking about. Scouting, it's twofold. Scouting and then administration. I'll start with scouting. What scouting methods do you have out there to go and get the right talent?
For the national team?
Yes. What division? If you do find this talent, what level?
You had some in the Prem that decided to go.
But they don't play. They will never pick Nigeria though. Like
there's a reason for that.
Nigeria's not attractive. We're the African giants here, but we're not.
No, it's because of the FA, bro. It's not because of your attractiveness.
We're not. No, we're not. We're not attractive. Like because man, they're Moroccan, man. They pick Morocco, and Morocco is crap.
No, because of the FA, bro. The FA don't try.
The reason I ask these questions,
so you're trying to say that the Moroccan FA is better than Nigerian FA?
You know the FA, yeah. I heard Nigerian FA. They try to charge like the top players for them to play.
Of course, like yeah,
that's the reason. That's the reason why they don't want.
That's all African countries do that.
Exactly. Even Ivory Coast done that to Zaha.
So that's what I'm saying. Is the reason I ask these questions is it's exactly it. What kind of scouting do we have in place? A lot of these players, how come they what do you call it?
I thought it's not about scouting, it's about bribes, isn't it?
No, but hold on. Let me
What type of players can you scout from Nasarawa?
There's one kid at Celtic right now.
Let me land. You see, this is the problem. That's why I say scouting is a problem, because are we actually getting the right? Is there a talent pool out there? And are we scouting from the right pool?
But we don't need to scout. We have enough population.
We do.
11 decent.
But you guys think scouting right now?
Just number wise, how is that?
We do. We have to scout. Listen, you see. Let me tell you why we scout. And I know somebody said that they would rather play for England. True, but you see someone like Chukwuemeka. If we had got him at 16, that's scouting. But I know it wouldn't. I know it would never happen.
He'll still pick England.
No, I'm just saying.
He has a chance to get Saka, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
We waited the 1 year too late, and then
that's what I'm talking about. Scouting. Are we doing the right scouting? Because a lot of these guys, right, they disappear after 2 years. What? Why? How come there's no maintenance factor?
You need to start from younger now.
The problem.
Let me ask you. Listen, I ask you. I have one last question, guys. And I already asked this in Abdullahi's channels a long time ago. I said, look at Wilfred Onyinye Ndidi. How come nobody has picked him up from Leicester? How come?
If it's good enough,
no, technical ability is quite low in it. That's why.
How come though? But this is a
branding.
Promise you watch Leicester.
I think branding.
Then you know why.
Again, this is what I'm talking about. What is the level of our players now? Let's actually now take.
Wait. So is your argument that the quality of Nigerian football player right now is not that good? Is that your argument?
I'm not saying the quality. I'm saying the scouting maybe is not
scouting.
Working.
But the scouting is not bad.
You can scout the best players, but you can scout the best players, but can you put them together to produce a choir? Can you?
No, they can't, and that's the issue.
So that's what I'm saying. So I mean, the left hand has to talk to the right, and the right has to talk to the left.
But I don't think Blue Eyes. Let me just say this. I don't think scouting is as difficult as it used to be because of social media now.
Yes.
I don't think it's as difficult as you're making it, because there's no much scouting required for Portugal to put these players together. Everyone sees the club they play for, even in Division 2 of Portuguese league or something. They play
more than half of the Portuguese
academies, though. All of them came from Portuguese academies.
But where did they scout them from?
All of them.
Yeah, like look,
they come from Sporting
Ronaldo,
or something.
Came from Benfica, Porto,
Sporting. Yeah,
their best talent.
High class. Yes,
name me one Nigerian academy that produces players consistently.
This is what I'm saying. That's
infrastructure. That's an infrastructure.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. It's like it's ground level. The ground level is poor.
No, but the thing is,
that's another conversation.
You know what? It's not another.
It's in the problem. I keep asking the question. When last
since Vincent Yama, do we have a proper goalkeeper? When last?
The light skin guy, isn't it?
When last? Stop.
The model.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
Yeah,
man. He was
stop,
good.
stop, please stop.
He was good, man.
Stop. That's the question I'm asking. Because if you want to win anything,
Oh, you're talking about
the Nigerian
you're
woman
talking
love
about
him, boy.
Okoye,
The
no,
Nigerian
Okoye was.
woman
no.
love
See,
that.
if you want to win an AFCON or a goal in the World Cup, you need the goalkeeper. And Francis Uzoho, for me, should be playing for Eyimba FC or Nasarawa United. That's what you need to
But Blue Eyes.
I mean, Nigeria really produced.
Is it possible right now? Do you think it's possible for even if let's say the FA, someone comes together, let's say them Okosha and all that, they're like, okay, let's go into the local league and see what we can find. Do you think within you that we can find top competitive talents?
Yes, we can.
That are good enough technically.
This takes 10, 20, 30 years to fix
Listen,
this.
we can.
That's what we.
If it's
gonna question. He's asking me a different question.
Like, is it possible for us to go there and bring top play? I mean, players are playing at the top level. They are not much.
We don't.
They're not much.
Let me answer the question. Let me just answer the question.
You don't have to. You don't. This is the key thing. We're always talking about find top. I use the example. Good example I use is Iceland. Is Iceland. You don't have to go and find top
Denmark as well.
Denmark. So they don't have to be. We're not saying you have to go and find Lionel Messi in the slums of Nigeria somewhere. All you have to do, is recognize potential. It's not like it's potential that you have to see, and then nurture that potential in a structured environment.
Yeah.
And throw in a bit of nationalism, camaraderie, etc. And then go from that, and then
anyways, like I was, just to answer your question, you said, can he go scouting? Of course he can go scouting, but the thing is, when you go scouting, you have to go scouting for the best locally and internationally. Then you show that balance. You see, you have to be able to show that balance, because you farm from inside and you farm from outside. You can't just say, you know what, I'm gonna go for 22 from inside.
No, I think
so. Blue Eyes, are you saying that we?
But I think that's the problem.
No,
are you saying that we? Are you saying that
because we have no precedent of what we're trying to do?
Wait, Blue Eyes. Are you saying that we have to explore?
We have to explore what? Hold on now. Hold on. Let me just finish. Hold on. Bro, let me hear from King Black. One second.
Are you saying that we have to explore, like, let's say internationally? How do you explore young talent internationally without them switching allegiance and all that? Like, how do you go about that?
It's part of the game, man. We see a lot of kids doing it internationally, man, to other nations.
That means they have to be Nigerians from 16 abroad.
Not attractive to switch to.
That means at 16, we must have recognized them abroad, and they must have accepted them for Nigeria.
Hold on now. It is our job now. That's what I'm saying. You see this. You see that. You see how this cynicism that you are exhibiting right now is what we have to address. We have to start selling the idea better. There's no reason why Ebere Chieze shouldn't be playing for Nigeria right now. There's no reason.
Even though
he rejected Nigeria.
But I'm not saying, like, that's what I'm saying, being persistent with your scouting. I'm not saying we're going to get them all. Hey, my hands are up. I'm not saying we're going to get everybody. No. But the reason why I say this is, when other nations are scouting these kids, they are in the market. It means every other nation is watching them. So it's not like they're not easily accessible.
Look at Nigerian. Look at Chukwuemeka now.
That's what
I'm not
saying.
sure he has not even represented England yet.
No, but he's played under 16. He's played under 18 now for England. He captained.
Yeah. So now is the time to pick him. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. But obviously, it's not going to be possible.
That means we are going to drop this old man, because this man, Moses Simon is not less than 42. He's not.
But how
he's not? Have you seen it? Have you seen his face?
It was so heavy, man.
how do you attract these young?
These guys are old.
How do you attract those young players in the first place? Though that's the question.
Red Devil.
Listen, no. Let's stop this here. Nigeria is not even attracting people born in Nigeria. Everyone wants to leave the country. How are we going to get players that are born in different countries to come back and play for this nation?
The problem is this is it now. We have to be factual here and be very realistic. Nigeria is a political country. Whoever they like. Whoever they don't like. So this is where the problem is. We're talking about nurturing young talent. Nigeria national team, NFF, and I will say it again, NFF is a political team. When you're political, you can have an hiatus where you like somebody, you don't like somebody. See, player like Chukwu, Emeka, and Co. They know in their heart that these players are good enough to play for Nigeria. But you know what they do? They won't go for them. They'll rather go for someone that they know they will hand money from, gain money from. After getting that money from them, they will hit and their stomach will be big. That is who the NFF wants to do. Instead of them nurturing talent, they will never do it. So instead of us going forward, as a country, we are regressing. And it's a shame. Being from Nigeria, it's a shame.
I think Obi is the youngest that have ever played in the senior team. I think.
Who? Mikel
Obi. Yeah.
Listen, this is simple.
Make a debut for Nigeria. That's what
Football is the only social vice that unites Nigerians.
True, that's true. And
music. Yeah, it is.
Let me tell you. Let me be philosophical. Let me be philosophical for a second.
That's true.
So from a social vice perspective, that is why politicians still feed into it till tomorrow. That is why they will tie in their campaigns to the what. Just watch and see. So again, it is only when if Nigeria is in World Cup now, you will see anybody talking any nonsense. It's Nigeria. You just see the same feeling. So that is the thing about football. That's why I'm saying that demand, there is an innate demand that we cannot deny. However, how do we use that fire to go and get the right pieces? The right pieces. It doesn't have to be, but there are kids out there. Any kid, for me, the standard should be any kid that can play for England should be able to play for Niger. Keep that as the standard. And if you're not playing steady, Premier Division 1, they look at you twice. They don't just jump at you. We need form. We need people in form. People that are playing game in, game out. Look at today. Our kids look heavy.
But it's almost like people. I take that point, but the thing is, what you're seeing is certainly like this was even when to me where you're seeing players. You're right. They can play for England, but it's almost like a lot of these people could play for England, other nations. They'd rather wait 5, sometimes even 6 years to see if they can even get into that squad. And then when their chance of them getting into England or whatever country is over, then when they're in their post peak or whatever, they'll then come back and be like, I want to watch the World Cup and
you know what?
We all know, let's be honest with ourselves. We all know that this is
Red Devil.
Rooted in colonialism. Come on, we all
Red
know
Devil.
that.
You know what that is? What you just said right now, that example you gave right now, Red Devil.
Yeah.
That is the example of bad scouting. If we let somebody like that come back in. That's the example.
I'm not sure. It's not scouting, Blue Eyes. It's the marketing. It's bad marketing.
Let's be fair.
Either way,
but let's be fair.
Nigeria has been marketed poorly.
We can't keep calling ourselves.
How can William Brothers be playing for Ghana right now?
Imagine
a serious country. We can't. This is why I'm
pissing me off.
We're not giants.
And Ahmed Musa is still trying to make it into our team.
Wait,
honestly,
Ahmed Musa still? No, come on.
Why
trust me, man.
What is that guy called?
Trust me.
Why was he called up for the Nigerian team again?
Igalo.
Yeah, what is he doing there? What is he there to do?
Yo, that guy is a baller, you know.
Look at the tall guy from Belgium. That's 6 foot 7.
I told you already. Nigeria NFF, Nigeria Football Federation.
Oh yes, tell me about Igalo.
I mean, to be honest, what can
Blue Eyes, does that guy look like a footballer? If you meet that guy outside, would you tell me he's a footballer?
Paul
Onuachu,
man.
Onuachu, that striker they brought in, he was looking like LeBron James.
That's what I mean, man.
Let's see if I'm Abdul.
We have like 10 Wan-Bissakas in this team. Very dog shit players. Honestly.
So the thing is,
that is so sad, you know.
Well, let Abdul speak. So I guess go on, Abdul. Speak on.
So from today's game, and obviously observing the few games this Portuguese coach has been in charge, what I can say is I don't think he's an African coach. That's number one. And I don't mean him by being Portuguese. Like, I don't think he really it's one of two things. Either he really doesn't understand African football, or he's trying to teach them something new that they are not delivering. Because his run of games have been quite poor. And not only that, the display of the football has been poor. Because this set of players that we have currently, believe it or not, they are not that bad. I even think they are as good as the team that won the 2013 AFCON. But that
was a crap team, though.
Exactly, but they won the
apart from Mikel.
Thank you very much. So I think this team, bare minimum, are as good as that team. But the display, the football they're displaying is so poor. So I think this current Portuguese guy, I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but he's not an African coach.
So Abdul, what's the way forward now? Because you see right now, me, Abdullah, I have signed out since Angola 06. And I have already said adios to Nigerian
Bruno
football.
Fernandes just a sample man.
So Abdul, since 06, I've said adios to Nigerian football.
Terrible,
and I told Brad last season, I don't want to do AFCON. It was because of blue eyes.
To me, Abdullah, yeah, the way I see it, and I'll give you reasons. Until Kanu, JJ Okocha, becomes Nigerian coach, every coach that comes is going to have a player power issue or have the incompetence to leave because people will not respect him. Until we have one of the biggest names come out of the Nigerian team.
You do a job like Maradona did with Argentina, man.
I am telling you, that is
those guys don't need to do no managing.
They are the ones that can bring out the blueprint, and then maybe another coach. Maybe.
King Black, you're making a mistake. King Black, you're making a mistake. The reason why I said you're making a mistake is it's not the names. There's a few coaches have dropped a blueprint of how you can be a successful coach in Africa.
Yeah.
What I mean, the reason why I'm emphasizing Africa is I think we African fans, our expectation is a bit too high. We think we should go to the World Cup and we think we must be at the semi-final.
Yes, no. I think that's fair. No, I don't think that's
let me finish. I think our priority.
I don't like that one. Come on, man.
I think.
Emily said Ross Barkley wants to play for Nigeria. Is that true?
Excuse me?
Yes, we'll take him. Yes, bro. I'll take it, bro. I'll take it.
No. I want to hear why I said I'm wrong. I want to hear why I said because I believe this team, these players with their egos, even though they are playing in Cyprus and Belgium, they are feeling like nobody can talk to them. They just feel like nobody can talk to them. And
the players now make way more money than when Kanu and these men were playing.
It doesn't matter that there's respect, man. When you
talking to them.
No.
You have way more money than them in the back, man. Okay, shut up, man.
No, nobody's going to tell Okocha to shut up on the sideline. No one, not one player.
We'll see.
I'm telling you.
King Black. The reason why I said you're wrong is because a few African coaches have actually dropped the blueprint on what.
But they are not top African coaches. They are not top names. They are not respected names. They are not compared to JJ and Kanu, who's just doing sporty bet, putting people's finance in danger in Nigeria, the country that is handicapped financially. They are going to represent sporting brands to put people in
Now who them put sugar for him mouth? We go spit them out. Come on, man. Business is business. Business is business in life.
They're a disgrace.
I think it's waiting for like waiting for a semi decent English coach to manage. Like I wouldn't, like I was saying, like there was rumors. Was it last year that Harry Redknapp could coach the Nigerian team? I was like, I will take Harry Redknapp as Nigerian.
Hell no.
Why,
bro?
Why?
It's like see if you know
literally he'll fight end up
bro if you
players.
know see there's a reason. I told you guys I was going to tell you guys a reason why I said that. See, if you put an Oyibo man under a rich Nigerian guy in his own country, there's nothing that Oyibo man is telling that guy. There's nothing, absolute nothing. There's no instruction he's passing that he's absorbing. There's nothing. In my country, are you normal?
Yeah, but
wait.
I know what I'm an average. As an average Nigerian, I can
Is
tell
somebody
you
taking a shower?
for sure.
Oh yeah,
It has to be a fan or something.
Is somebody taking a shower?
I think it's H7 is Mike.
If somebody's taking a shower, please don't take a shower on my stream. I'm begging you, please.
That's H7.
You can take a shower after the stream.
No, I'm just putting the point. I'm just putting the point out. At the end of the day, like, because everyone's like, "Oh, okay, Harry Boy, okay, yeah, fine." But at the end of the day, what I saw with how the federation treat Keshi was completely disrespectful. So you're saying bring a culture. Do you honestly think if a culture comes, that culture is going to get the level? He might get some respect.
Why? But this is the thing. But why is Okocha going to get the job? Because he did a couple like flicks over people's heads. Is that why we're going to give him the job?
No. The only position. Let me answer that question. The only position where Okocha would fit, or even a Kanu would fit, right, would be from a president standpoint. So, like the head of the FA.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily the coach. Not necessarily.
Where Amaju Pinnick is sitting, so that you can influence policy.
Who is Amaju Pinnick? What's his CV? What's his CV?
That's the guy useless in the institution right now.
That's the man.
Like, what's the history? How was he appointed? I don't know.
Check for yourself. No set. His work is there for you to see, my brother. I don't need to say anything. Go and you see it. It's right there. It's public records. You've seen the games. You've seen the kids play. We need to get these guys closer to the chambers. Whoever it is that is football conscious. Even Garba Lawal. Some of these old heads, people that are football heads. Look at what Cameroon did with Samuel Eto'o.
That's what I'm trying to talk about, man. We need people that played at a high level. That never played, that never touched Real Madrid, that never touched Arsenal, never played for Man United or any club.
Samuel Eto'o is the head of the Cameroon.
What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, but that's Cameroon, though.
Can I ask you a question?
That's what I mean. You're too tribal.
Go ahead, man. Yes, go ahead, Abdul.
Yeah, but I think that the point is that we as Nigerians, like we should still be humble enough to learn from other African countries. Okay, yes, we don't know what Senegal's doing, what Cameroon's doing, etc. We can be like, okay, well, let's look at their model. They're another African country. They have probably less resources than we do, finance wise. How's it that they've been able to use with the limited resources they have to achieve what they want to achieve? There's nothing wrong with that.
But that's not going to work in Nigeria, though, because Nigeria's issues are very completely different to every African country's issues. What Nigeria needs has to be very tailor-made for Nigeria's problems.
An example. Calm down. It's an example.
You can't copy.
No, it's not copying, but it doesn't mean that you can't
this is like England, for example. They're trying to play more like tiki-taka philosophy. They keep copying everybody's philosophy of football. They don't have their own identity of football. Whatever's popular, England will jump on it. That's what England does.
England do have their own style of football.
No. But I'm trying to say what England does is that whatever's successful is what England tries to jump on in their football.
literally what Southgate is doing now is literally England style. You know, just defend.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It's definitely
Yeah,
not.
but I'm trying to say the academy, they changed the academies to be more progressive, like play more football, didn't they?
No, but that's around the whole world, though. Not just England.
No, but England used to be 4-4-2 long ball.
It's still the same, bro. I'm telling you, it's not
Okay,
changing.
okay.
England, no,
It's still the
what?
same.
England football, England football.
You're talking about Premier League clubs, innit, right?
England football is
No, I'm
what you
saying
call
the FA, like, they changed the whole how
but
like, they want them to play.
See, I
He
already
can
said it
follow
again.
now. He can
I already
follow.
said it again. Yeah, the problem with Nigeria national team and the NFF is all about political. When they have that political power, and I like what Bloyer said, Amaju Pinnick. What impact does as Amaju Pinnick do for us? Zero impact. Just go to social media and talk bullshit upon bullshit. Go ahead, Abdul.
Yeah. So my question is, sometimes we like to walk from the solution to the result, but let's say we want to walk from the result back now, so that will help us determine what kind of solution we might use. Okay, so if we say AFCON is 2 years, yeah, every 2 years there's AFCON, okay, and let's say there's a World Cup within 4 or 3 AFCONs, okay. So what I like to ask, and people can be honest. I mean, I would like people to be honest, right? Will you rather win 3 or 4 AFCONs in a row and miss out in a World Cup, or participate in 3.5, participate in 3 and 4 AFCON and qualify for the World Cup as well? Which one would
win?
Second option.
What?
Man. I don't care about the AFCON, man. I don't care about the AFCON.
Nah, you sound like a Spurs fan right now,
I
bro.
don't care about. We're big boys, and big boys are for big
See,
prizes. We're not here for AFCONs,
hey,
man.
RDS, this
Come
is
on,
the
man.
real
We need to
not
stop
even
like
that.
thinking bigger than this, man. AFCON.
You aren't, bro. When's the last time you won one?
I don't think it's possible for you to win that many AFCONs and not represent yourself at the World Cup. So that scenario doesn't make sense, because like
no, it's a hypothetical though.
Oh, I know it's hypothetical, but
no, it's not hypothetical, because Egypt, it happened to Egypt between 2000 and somebody help me check, between 2008 and maybe 2012 or so. Did Egypt not win the AFCON like 3 or 4
they won
it back to back.
Yeah.
I think 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, and they missed out at the World Cup.
They won in Ghana. They won in Ghana.
Exactly.
They took one in
So
Ghana.
that scenario has already played out. So which one will Nigerians prefer? Because if we say winning the AFCON is critical for us, okay, we can just, for 1 AFCON or 2 AFCON, we can just blank out any of those players that don't want to play for Nigeria, or players that don't have the right motivation and determination to play for the country. It's happened before. In 1990, Westerhoff took a bunch of local players to AFCON, and we got to the final. He just said,
but Abdul, the problem is...
Hold on, Abdullah. Hold on. He just said, to hell with the big names. I don't want the big names. They don't come in time. They come with the
exactly.
To hell with them. He just said, to hell with them. And he took players from the local league. But before then, he went around to every state of the country personally and looked for good players. Okay.
All our youth success have come from local kids.
And then he took them to Holland, played a lot of friendly games, put them in camp for like 1 month or so, okay, where there's no interruption to any European league or whatever, all those excuses that people come out with. He said, this is about football. Don't worry about it. I will train these boys. They'll be good enough to play in the AFCON. And they went to the AFCON, and they got to the final of the AFCON. And everybody was amazed. Guess what? The next AFCON, by the time of the next AFCON, all those big names were stamping over each other to get into the national team. You have to make it competitive. You can't just give people free pass or.
But the problem is, Abdul.
I agree.
The problem is, Abdul. Wait, sorry, Abdullah. The problem is, even the local league has been rigged. So even if you go there, you will find players that had sponsors that put them in the team, that didn't even make the Kwara United by talent. So how do you go from there? Where do you go from there? If it's been rigged from the top, and you go down to let me find some talent in this local league, and in that local league, it's been rigged.
But what's the difference if Cristiano Ronaldo's son playing for Manchester United Academy?
What?
What's the difference?
I don't get that.
I don't understand.
How is Cristiano Ronaldo's son playing in Manchester United Academy? Why is he playing in Manchester United Academy? Because of his father.
Yeah.
Exactly. That happens in sport all the time. We all see it all the time.
Nepotism, innit? Yeah.
So we need, regardless of whether
it's not everywhere.
Regardless if it's direct like money.
It's everywhere. So you're telling me every player
going to be element. It's never gonna go. It's not gonna go away.
So Alex Ferguson, remember, so
you're telling me
his own son,
a population of 100 million
for Manchester United. You remember
one good footballer? That's bullshit.
Actually, the only thing I'll disagree with Yem, I will disagree with that's a statement, is that if you look at bigger population in Nigeria like India and China, they have more bigger.
But they don't care about football though. Indians, they're successful in cricket. They don't care about football.
Let me think. I make an argument that China do, given the amount of money that they invested in the Chinese.
Now they invested, but those countries look. China in the Olympics dominate.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, when you look at the amount of money that they invested in their domestic league, and also the amount of money they've invested.
Are you going to say that in terms of resources, wouldn't a bigger population produce better players?
I'm talking in terms of investment. China have invested way more money in football than Nigeria have. That's the first thing. So
okay, if we break this down, but that was more to do with the current, what the rubbish. But they've given up on that anyways. The Super League is gone.
I know.
Stopped that. So I know what you mean. You're right. I know what you're trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is that for us not to be able to produce a good football team is disgraceful. I don't care any point anyone tries to make. They should be ashamed of themselves.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
And the reality is that the reality is Nigeria has produced good football players, as we saw back in the 90s. So the difference between, say, China and India was just the idea of just because you have a big pot doesn't necessarily mean you're going to produce it. The thing that makes it more painful for Nigeria is that we have produced good Nigerians in place in the past. We have seen good football. We have seen it. If we hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have the same expectation. The issue is that I have seen, although I was quite young, seen Nigeria ball at World Cups. Even though we didn't win it, we saw the quality that Nigeria accomplished, etc. So to go from that level of talent and production that we've seen to what we see now, which is quite frankly brickish, that's what's more painful. How we go back to that, I don't know.
But listen, that approach is what you call preaching to the choir. That's what you call it's. Everybody knows that, right? We know that there is already a problem. We know there is already a challenge. You're preaching to the choir. There's nothing new about that. The thing is, what do we do moving forward? And I find that everybody relies on this whole thing about this whole thing is shit. There's no way out. Be ashamed of yourselves. What is the way out? That's the question. Nobody's answering it. We're always talking about the bad. Okay, I hear you.
Guys, I already said we have to set what our target, our objective, our priority
is. It is simple. It is simple.
Our priority is let's dominate African football. If we're able to go and showcase in the World Cup, maybe one every 2 World Cup, that's fine. But let's dominate African football. You see, even then,
man.
Yeah, in my lifetime, I think I'll be dead by the time. Okay, that policy is long. That's a long I'm trying to see a World Cup in my lifetime. I'm not trying to see.
Blois, you know the solution. You know the solution.
Listen, they're saying a small that they take leek soup way hot. Now from side, you don't go straight to the middle of the.
But Bryce, what I've been saying, I like it, but you have to remember something. If you want to see that domination, you have to look at the top, and our top has been beyond abysmal. That goes to Amaju Pinnick, the NFF president. If that man keep leading us We always fake. We'll never go for
What
it.
our ex-players?
You're
What are
unfair
they
to this
doing?
guy.
What are they
You're
doing?
unfair.
They're
Amaju
chasing money.
Picnic, Amaju Picnic,
They're
Amaju
chasing
Picnic,
money.
Amaju Picnic. Taribo West is campaigning for a PDP. Please, let's not talk about Amaju Picnic and not what are our ex-players doing.
Thank you.
What are they
King
doing?
King Black.
What are we?
You see,
Look at Samuel
Black.
Eto'o Fields. You think
King
if he
Black.
sat down on his morals, if he was just sitting there, he would be
Black.
chilling. He would be chilling in his palace, man.
King Black. You see,
These people had no passion in their days. That's why it's showing now.
Hey guys, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful here, yeah, but have you guys had a player on the level of Etu though? Let's be real.
That's a shout.
Of course.
Who?
Come on, man.
Please don't say a culture, man.
Are you
Please,
serious?
let's not do this on culture, man.
Are you serious?
Nonsense, man.
See, Okocha is in the Hall of Fame, Premier League Hall of Fame, bro. Hall of Fame, the Premier League. Are you normal?
Wasn't that good?
He wasn't what?
Okocha.
JJ. What is wrong with you?
You're asking
He's more for the streets player, man.
Exactly.
Football is for the street. Football had always been for the street.
More of a footballer.
Premier League Hall of Fame.
He's not in no Premier League Hall of Fame. He's not.
You will see. JJ will still come and he will still come to Ballon d'Or. I will still appear there. You're making it feel like JJ is just a passerby in the Premier League.
He's not. You're right. No, you are right. He's not.
Freestyle football.
At the same time, he's not on the same level as Etu, though.
I agree.
He won't have that kind of influence as Etu.
100%. He's not the same level at all.
But they sit on the same table. It is what it is. Yeah.
Nah, they don't.
In the same dinner. They attend the same dinner.
No.
Eat at the same floor, bro.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
We're talking about Eto. We're talking about Ronaldo.
What are you guys talking about, bro? You're talking about his team.
You know, Etu should have been like a Ballon d'Or winner.
Ronaldinho was watching JJ play from the bench. Are you guys okay?
And he did it better than him. You know exactly. You know, hey, the master.
It don't matter. It don't matter who. Yeah, Ronaldo, Cristiano did it better than the people he watched growing up. So it is what it is. It happens.
Where are we going with this guy now, man?
JJ
my point
was he's not that good. Like we just need to stop this. This guy.
Arsenal fans talking about who's that good.
I like that. I like what
I won't engage you.
They sit on the same table. They sit on the same dinner, man. What are you guys talking about? They played a charity match. Eto'o walked up to wait, keep quiet. They played a charity match. Eto'o walked up to me and said, "Guy, leave this pitch, bros. He don't do." We're talking of JJ here. I mentioned. Are you guys okay? Talking about numbers? Numbers is only being talked about since 2020. COVID.
Okay.
Who knew numbers when Ronaldinho was playing? What cares about numbers? Football has only
numbers were good. No, don't try.
As good as who?
All the players that get
as good as who?
You're high,
as good as who? What numbers?
Ronaldinho had good numbers. Goals.
Show me Beckham's numbers.
Okay, you see, Beckham is crap. I don't even know why you bring up
King Black. Do you know
what are you talking about?
You're being a tribalistic fan right now, bro.
What are you guys talking about,
man, bro?
I tell you, they sit at the same dinner. They invite themselves to their homes differently. What are you guys talking? They sit on the same table.
Nah, bro.
Who cares about your numbers, goals, and assists? Fuck that.
Abdul talk.
Yeah, so,
are we here? Hey, are you guys speaking correctly right now?
Just leave King Black alone, because I don't know what you're talking about. Coach was trash. Right, that's it.
Coach should be okay. We got coach should say. Go on.
The truth is, a lot of guys here didn't even watch Okocha. A lot of guys are watching him now.
That's why it's difficult for me to argue
on Netflix. They're watching it like they're watching Michael Jordan on Netflix, and
that's the excuse they all say. You know,
no, it's okay. It's okay.
You know what's so mad? You can say that.
Guys, let Abdul talk. Guys, if you want to talk about Okocha and Eto, Abdul is the guy because he watched black and white TV 69. Let's.
Oh, there.
Okocha was putting Roy Keane and Paul Scholes on his plate.
Guys.
Playing for Bolton.
Guys,
What
let's
are you
Pay
guys
for
telling
both
me?
Wanderers, bro. I don't want to hear
Abdul
this.
speak.
Bro. You
You
for
watch
both
black and white
Wanderers.
TV
Talk
in
to
the
me, bro.
early 1665. So please help us.
I think I like the reference Blue Eyes made where he said like most of these guys didn't watch Okocha, and I believe it's true. Most of those guys didn't even know Okocha's elder brother played for the national team, Ima Okocha. So where do
Hey,
I
guys,
start from
hear that, by the
if I want to talk about JJ Okocha? But the thing I was saying, let's go back to something serious.
And his cousin and his nephew is what's his name? Iwobi. Okay, and next, let's keep going.
To be fair, respect the Iwobi this season.
His nephew is Iwobi. He shares the same blood as Iwobi. Oh my.
Respect the Iwobi, man.
Nah, that's your central midfielder, guys. I just want you to remember.
Respect to Okocha, not respect to Iwobi. Respect to Okocha.
Anyway, like I was saying earlier on, sorry, I can't just stop laughing from.
Yes, Jibs. That's perfect. Highlight player. He was a YouTube player, bro.
He's the
That's
first.
why I said
He's a
he looks
YouTube
better
player.
now
than
then because his
highlights.
comps are all together. Like
Yep.
you don't get them failed comps, them failed skills.
His game had no purpose.
Did you just say JJ Okocha is a YouTube player?
He's a YouTube player, bro.
Yes.
He'd be Nicolas Pepe if he played today, bro. Let's keep it real, bro.
Wow, stop.
Come on, man.
It's difficult to argue, man. It's post 2000 era. This is the product of post 2000.
We are in trouble.
Don't say that to HH. HH is a
YouTube player. We are in trouble, man.
What happened?
They told me Okocha cannot sit on the same table as Samuel Eto'o, and some people told me he's a YouTube player.
Okocha cannot do what?
Cannot sit on the same table.
Oh, Nigerian Tarapt. No, man.
Okocha is a YouTube player.
Okocha cannot sit on the same table with Samuel Eto'o, and he's a YouTube player. We are in trouble. And somebody said it's on the same level of Nicolas Pepe. I am done.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man.
I'm scared he played in today's game, man.
Another person in the comments said Iwobi has done more than Okocha. You see, people are infested by virus, man. I'm telling you, this virus did not only affect the nose and the throat. I'm telling you.
Is it Emily?
It affected people's brain.
It's an Arsenal fans. Red Devils to this.
Emily's Ghanaian.
Yeah, he's a Ghanaian.
He's Ghanaian. Yes, I mean,
Ghana has zero legend in football. Zero.
They've got Asamoah Gyan who almost scored a penalty. That's
Asamoah Gyan. That blasted the penalty, man. That guy.
That's
the saddest day in
Can somebody tell me how Emmanuel Dennis made the squad for Nigeria, please?
Political.
Wait, why can't that captain snatch the ball and smack his face? Right? That guy is supposed to beat him after that game. Honestly.
Hey, actually, there's something I even forgot. Actually, is it from the USA kind of World Cup?
That penalty was supposed. That penalty would have changed that game.
He had a better player than him. I just realized.
That penalty would have changed that game if he scores that penalty.
What, Jam? Yeah, of course.
No, Dennis, if he scores that goal, it changed the complexion of the game.
I told you already. Nigeria, Nigeria is all about political. So they have too much people.
Have you realized that?
And it's affecting us.
I don't think he would have changed the game of Blue Eyes. I think no. They were playing on gear one from the beginning of the game until we lost the penalty. Okay, let's increase our gear a bit.
Those guys go panic. They go panic.
They panic with that defense we had and that midfield.
And the goalkeeper,
he's like you overhyped
that. Made difference. That goal is what makes you ice cold.
No, that would have just given us that goal would have just given us hope going to the future. Exactly. That's all. Exactly. Nothing else, because they would have scored like 4 or 5.
We needed that.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed that.
We needed it. What are you talking
If
about?
I talk, I'll get roasted. So
Game of inches. It's a game of
That
inches.
you know, the captain came to meet that guy like 3 to 4 times. It's a guy. Are you sure you can play this PK? Now me they play this PK now. Let me play this
That's
thing.
ego.
I am the penalty taker.
Emmanuel Dennis had an ego. He will never listen. Now you see.
That guy has.
He does have an
What,
ego.
what gives him the right?
Elephant
Yeah,
first touch. Elephant first touch.
I mean, he's professional, isn't it? Maybe that's
Man-
why.
Yeah, but like no, but like, but why
how
does,
old
but
is
why
the guy,
does,
please?
no. But
He's
why does
25.
Ekong
Red
even
Devil.
take penalties though? Let's have this discussion.
What is
Why
it?
does Ekong take
Because
penalties?
he's probably the best now.
Eh?
You know,
Yes,
you know,
at
you know when it comes to
penalties.
penalties.
Why does Jorginho play penalties since
Chelsea-
the last 5 years?
I don't. That's Chelsea's.
Nah, it's not that.
Chelsea.
He actually had, remember there was a time that nobody at Chelsea wanted to take it, and then he
Okay.
just got it.
At Liverpool, you remember James Mina is the best PK taker.
Yeah, but Salah
That's when
takes the
Salah
pens.
is not
Salah
pitch.
takes the pens though.
Yeah, that's when Salah's not on the pitch. He used to take it.
Yeah.
But
even Salah knows that when at the hardest moment,
Messi's one of the worst
he
penalty
steps
takers.
up.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
Messi
still
does
He
takes
took the
very
penalty in the
bad
Champions League final.
Messi's terrible at penalties, but he still takes them.
Speaking
because
of
he's
speaking
Messi,
of-
bro.
Osimhen should take the penalties. I don't care when he tries to tell me.
Was Osimhen on the pitch? Did Osimhen play?
I don't know.
Can I just
But
ask
in
a question
general,
to
Osimhen
the
should
panel?
take the pens.
Go ahead.
Is there anyone that actually thinks any of the African teams will qualify from the group stage of this World Cup?
Nope.
Morocco.
Nope.
Yes.
I think Ghana does.
qualify.
None of them.
I think Ghana will.
Order for Ghana to qualify is Ronaldo.
Senegal or two. They are winning the World Cup.
Who?
Come on, man.
What? I will say it again. Senegal will win the 2022.
Brother,
Wallahi, you said that Havertz was the new German Zidane, man.
Zidane.
No, it's Iran. It's Iran.
Need to know what you're smoking.
I already did my prediction already, so relax.
Why are you trying to jinx the team, bro? They already lost
I
their
am
best
not jinxing
player.
Senegal. Senegal will win the World Cup, and that's it. That's
With
what
no Mane.
That's my
Abdullah with Mendy and goal. What are you smoking, brother?
Relax. No. You know.
Mendy,
Wait. I said, Steven, you know, Barcelona sometimes they have Victor Valdez. They do, but this is a Class B or Class A. You know what they do? They outpass, outplay, outdo everything they can do, just not to touch Valdez. Same thing can happen to Mendy. You don't need to go through Mendy. You just have to be compact in the midfield and score your goal and go and defend. 1-0.
Abdullah, who was talking about João Felix last? Somebody was talking about João Felix the other day. That guy looks dangerous, man.
He's not going to start. He's not going to play.
International football fits the guy.
Sorry for him, man.
He's not going to play. He's probably going to get like 10 minutes.
He's got 2 terrorist managers. I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, he's not going to play, man. He's not going to play.
International football fit the guy, man. Try.
I don't feel bad for the kid. At the end of the day, you're the one that agreed to sign a 7-year contract.
Exactly.
That's not. RDS, that's his agent. His agent.
Crazy deal.
Yeah, I know. So it's the same thing with Harry Kane. Harry Kane wants
him. It would have been a 3-4 year deal, bro.
No, of course, but it's the same with Harry Kane when he was trying to force his move out. It's like, bro,
Harry
Kane,
that's different. That's actually on Harry Kane, though, RDS, because his agent is his brother. So that's his fault.
Wait. Did Blue Eye say Joao Felix look good?
Look very sharp.
Against Nigeria.
Look sharp against that midfield.
Yeah,
against that midfield.
I know.
Thomas Partey looked exceptional against us.
Exactly.
Hey, that's the guy that beat you lot, though. By the way, it wasn't Ghana. It was actually Partey.
Everyone will look good against bro. When Joao Felix jammed Rodrigo the ball.
We beat ourselves. It wasn't Ghana that did that.
Okay.
Okay, that is true. But you did draw 1-1, and you lost on a away.
Wilfred on Didi, man. Nah, man.
Leicester has finished that guy. Leicester City is his. No, guys. No, Leicester City is the biggest. Honestly, that guy. I don't know why he stayed that long at Leicester City. They play him at centre back, play him at here, play him here and here.
There's a reason
the guy has not developed a bit ever since.
It's not about
instead of
not a good footballer.
No. He was good in his first, second
No, he
season.
wasn't. He was
No,
good
no,
at.
no.
He was.
He's
We are
good at
talking about
defending.
guys.
He was good at
Wait,
Yeah,
tackling.
guys, you guys
he's
are
good
talking.
at winning the
Wait,
ball, but he can't do
wait.
anything else.
You guys are
Thank
talking
you.
Can't do
about.
anything else.
Wait,
Couldn't even make a 5-yard pass.
wait. You guys are talking about Onyedidi. What of Chukwueze? Who has been below par? Who has not shown up?
Yeah, he's been poor.
That's a
He's been
potential we
poor.
need to be talking about.
I know. That's
He has
true.
a potential, but
But
his potential has been below par.
so yeah, Nacho is the same. He's in the same boat. He has not
Exactly.
developed since he's been 18
Exactly.
years of
Same thing with
age.
Kelechi Iheanacho.
He
Same
has
thing.
not developed at all. He's gone worse.
Guys, I gotta go. Peace, Abdullah.
Same thing. So if you're talking about player that development, not even Nigeria doesn't know how to develop players because there's too much people who are lying to the community instead of saying the truth. It's all about political power. So
but Lookman is doing good though. Lookman is doing good.
See, when you know player that is good, you know player that is good. We know when the player is technical, we know them.
No, but here's the question, Abdullah. The question is this: on the pound, on the day, right now as it stands, bumper to bumper, who is the best Nigerian player
right now?
Right now,
is it in this squad?
You know who he's going to say.
No, I'm not. I just want to hear what people want to say.
In this squad right now,
that will tell me the quality of our team.
Okay, in this team right now,
yes,
the best player right now for me is Victor Osimhen.
I think he's that left back from Porto.
No. It's for me. It's Osimhen.
I think Zanazu personally. I think he's good.
I think Kevin Bassey in the left back is better than Salisu, but I will take Osimhen.
Okay.
Did somebody say Kevin Bassey? Oh my goodness!
No one said it. No.
Who's talking about construction workers here, please?
I'll take Black. It's Osimhen for me.
Did somebody say mention construction workers here?
It's Osimhen for me.
Who's that centre mid? The one that signed for Southampton. What's his name? Aribo?
Yeah, I do Aribo.
Aribo's average, man.
This guy, man.
It's average, man.
Bless. You see, this thing is it is
Even
glaring to the
you will be look average today.
It is glaring to the fans in the world that the Nigerian team, especially from the hierarchies, is all about political power. And if that doesn't change it, ever since may so rest in peace.
So I've got to go. I'll see you guys later. Good panel. Speak to you guys later.
Ever since then, the big boss himself, Stephen Okechukwu, and may so rest in peace. Ever since that man has taken over Nigeria, we haven't progressed yet, and we've been regressing. Until that stop, we will never go forward as a country. We won't go forward. Okay, Chukwukechi is the only one that say, okay, this man knows exactly what he's doing because he's played for Nigeria before, and he knows exactly what it takes to coach national team. So, okay, Chukwukechi means from the from the whole head to the young. He went back to the Nigerian Premier League to go and pick players and play them together with the senior team, and look at the fruitfulness. So until we learn from our mistake, we'll never go forward, and we won't learn because we will lie to the public instead of us saying the truth. We will lie to them instead of us saying the truth. So how do we go forward when we lie?
But this is a point that we don't understand. Like Blue Eye said in the beginning, the only thing that unites us is football.
It's football.
We're not united in terms of identity because everybody sees themselves as Yoruba. Nobody sees themselves as Nigerian. So if we only see ourselves as a nation just through football, there's so many other elements that's broken that first have to be amended before this country goes forward, even in terms of stuff like football. Because football is the least of our problems at the moment.
I said it already. Political power. That's what the problem is. If that doesn't change in Nigeria, we'll never go forward. I already told you, I signed out in Angola 06. That's when I said I'm done with Nigeria. Angola 06. That's when I was done. Because I know the problem of Nigerian national team. And since then, it hasn't changed. And if that doesn't change, we won't go forward. We will never go forward. Too much of lies, so much political power that no manager is being given that chance to improve players and to what?
Who remembers the Olympics that they said that they forgot the kit, that they didn't have a kit. The Olympics team didn't have the kit to represent Nigeria. I remember that.
And they still came third. Mikel took care of shit in that. Olympics.
Oh my god!
And they still came third. They still picked up bronze, man. So again, There's already a platform. We just need to know how to use that platform.
Like the vid, guys. Like that vid. Smash the like button, guys. Like that vid. God bless.
Abdullah, what I was saying earlier on was we need to start prioritizing AFCON. And what do I mean by we need to start prioritizing? We need to be obsessed with winning it like we used to.
Hopefully.
And the 90s. Because when you're winning the AFCON, it's most likely you're going to qualify for the World Cup.
Exactly. You're staying relevant.
We have to have a coach. We have to have a policy where if you're a Nigerian coach and you don't get to the AFCON final,
exactly,
then
gone.
you have to leave. Okay,
I agree.
But then, okay, then how do we keep winning the under-17s World Cup then?
That is because we are using mainly local boys, local players. So what that means is you can put them in camp for 3-4 months, 6 months. When Kelechi Iheanacho
who wants to finish the chips?
Wait, is somebody eating chips underneath?
Yeah, nah,
Blood, is that you?
Nah, maybe small thing.
Who is eating chips, right, guys? Who is eating chips?
Nah,
He's eating chin chin. That's
is somebody eating burritos or lace?
Nah,
Somebody is eating burritos or lace.
There's a difference between plantain and bakery.
You respect yourself. There's banana chips, there's plantain chips.
Is it possible for age cheating to stop? Because if we do not handle that, we are not going anywhere. Absolutely nowhere.
He said if it's Simon Moses is like what?
That's a very strong statement.
No, but King Black, let me ask you. King Black, let me ask you this. Okay, this age cheating you're talking about, where is it?
Wait, somebody is eating. Who is eating chips? Excuse me. Somebody is eating burritos and lace.
Go and buy your own chips. Now. Go and buy your own chips. Now.
Blue Eyes the chop.
Blue Eyes, you are eating burritos and lace.
He's eating plantain chips, man.
You are eating Blue Eyes. It's too early to start eating burritos.
What is the difference between plantain chips and bakery?
There's a difference. You know some plantain chips are very strong.
It's just packaging. That's one day for bag, one no day bag.
Don't be like Abdul who wake up in the midnight and start cooking lamb and stuff. Relax.
Oh my days.
You know, it's not easy to be. Where's Steve? Yeah, Steve is on the stream.
Steve is here.
It's not easy for us to keep up with your stream, man.
I know.
You know.
Me too. I am eating donuts. So relax. I'm taking donut already.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm taking donut. I bought donut from Dunkin' Donuts. I'm eating donuts.
Unhealthy. What's the health? Hey.
I'm eating donuts. So relax.
Listen, man. Once in a while, man. Man shall not live by rice alone.
And I'm having a cup of lemon drink.
Oh, I'm taking donut already, so relax.
The whole pack for yourself. You're not even gonna share. Hey,
relax. Hey. See, I'm taking donuts. See, relax. See?
Oh my God.
So,
hey.
Relax. Relax.
Man, don't be chop donuts. Don't be small donut.
Abdullah Loki resembles Gaba.
Excuse me, relax. Stop. Gaba it's like 100. It's close to 100 years of age.
Mr. Durable.
Gaba is using a sheet. Relax. I'm too young for that.
They added. They added Mr. to Gabalawa's name just to respect how old that man was. I'll never forget in my life.
Relax. Gabalawa is using a sheet. It might be close to 100 years of age.
Oh my goodness.
No. That guy's a legend, man. Football legend.
I know. Relax.
Football legend, man.
Relax.
Like I've always said, he was what you call Mr. Durable. He was.
I want to respond to the fans. Before we continue, the fans tested me the last time that you want me to do
an intro music for the World Cup. So I'm done with the intro. I'm just want to do some little bit of it, but I'm already done with it. In which it was a good video, but I'm changing some stuff in it. But it should be ready for the World Cup on Sunday, hopefully, God willing. I've done some stuff. So because he said he wanted to do a video, so here's the sneak peek, a little bit of the video for the World Cup.
Line don't become bigger.
So I'm done. So that's a little bit sneak peek of the World Cup. So everything should be ready on Sunday for the Qatar 2022 World Cup.
Nice. So you're doing World Cup coverage?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm doing the World Cup coverage, so everything should be ready, though. So for the fans who ask me, bro, I have fulfilled your ambition and your promise, brother. So I've done it, though. So I have done something for you. So it should be ready for the first match of the World Cup.
That looks really good, Abdullahi, man. I like that.
Yeah, so it will be ready on Sunday. I just want to add my the name of my channel a little bit in the front, the right hand corner and the left hand corner, and I'll put a little bit of the time in it where it's gonna be going from 59, 58, 57 towards the first. It should be ready on Sunday. I'm just doing some little bit of it. It should be ready on Sunday. So, bro, who has tested me? I've fulfilled your promise. So you know yourself. I don't want to mention names, so I prefer to just keep it low key. But I've exactly done what you wanted, brother. So go ahead, Abdul.
Yeah, that looks nice, and I think the World Cup should be a good celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Not even for football, but because it comes. It comes once every 4 years.
You know the funny part about this comment. We're gonna do a watch along on Sunday for the first match. Imagine this happen. I don't want to do a watch along and see Blue Eyes getting pissed off and sorry for missing. Blue Eyes getting angry and sorry for missing mountain. Konoga it will be peak. But don't worry, Bless will be fine. Don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Jibs, you will be fine. You'll be fine.
Wait,
Well,
Abdullahi.
Yeah?
Read what SSB is saying. Is it true?
There was a reporter online saying the Qatar at that point recorded players with paid money and this one. Did anyone? I saw it too. I saw you do. But I don't know how to read it. I saw you do.
Mm-hmm. Look,
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. I saw it.
So
Fake.
That's part of the stereotype people have to deal with. So now, if Qatar wins, they will say, "Oh, they've used money."
Guys, I'll be back. I want to go take some hot tea upstairs. Abdul, relax. I want to copy you a little bit. Take some hot tea. It's cold in Chicago here.
Which kind of tea are you taking?
Lipton. I'm not taking Miller because if I take Miller, I'm gonna be feeling. I'm taking Lipton with. I'm taking this China. There's a China Lipton in Chicago here where they sell. It's good for the body. So I'm taking some China Lipton and some milk together. I'm mixing it. I don't want to take Miller because I'll be feeling sleepy.
Oh, you want to? You already adding milk, or you already spoiled it, man?
No. So, those Lipton. I think I'll bring the what they cover upstairs. I'll see if I can find it. That Lipton, sometimes you have to just drink it without milk, and sometimes you have to just take liquid because it's already comes with the sugar. You don't even need to add the sugar to it. It's come together with it. Because if I take Milo, I'll be feeling sleepy. Milo is gonna make me feel. I don't like taking Milo, especially.
What time is it where you are, Abdullahi?
It's almost like it's 8:44. It's close to 9 o'clock already.
Oh, okay.
And it's already in the winter time. So if I start taking Milo, oh my God in heaven.
I'll fall asleep because it's gonna be
Are you
making me
feeling
sleep.
sleepy? Here in the UK, it's 2:45, brother.
Oh, exactly. You need to take some Lipton to get you energized a little bit. There's a different in Nigeria. We sell some Lipton. That Lipton in Nigeria, I'm suspecting our national team. I don't want to go there too much, but there are some China Lipton that is very good for the body. They sell it here though. They sell it here. I have to give credit to China people. They sell good Lipton though.
All right.
It's called how about Lipton.
It's Stephen going to the World Cup.
No.
No, brother. No, brother.
You're not going to watch Mount and Gallagher.
No. I'll watch on TV and just watch them flop. So Gallagher won't play anyway. So, and I wouldn't play Mount anyway. For me, he doesn't start. For me, Mount doesn't start.
Trust me, he's gonna start over Foden, bro. He trusts him better than he trusts Foden or Grealish or something.
Oh, Grealish. I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
That would be a shambles if he plays.
Based on form, Mount shouldn't start. Based on form, Mount
he
shouldn't start.
No.
But this guy is just like how he likes Maguire.
I'm not sure Mount starts because in the last international break, Mount was on the bench. So
I think he just trains harder than 80% of the players. So I think it's just deceiving training. So everybody thinks he's good because he's always doing the right things in training. That's the crazy part of being a coach, because you really don't know whom to pick at that point. You just go with the people who are training the best.
That's why there's world-class coaches, and then there's regular coach.
Wait, Blue Eyes, did you see Hakim Ziyech go?
From the halfway line, what a goal.
Are you serious?
Yeah, halfway line.
You see what we say? You see? He knows he's leaving. He's trying to raise his value now. You see?
His left foot is mad, honestly. Even the first goal.
Did he play in the midfield?
I think he does. I think he does for Morocco.
Yeah, he played in
I'm back, guys. I'm back.
He plays in the midfield for them.
No.
The goal was mad.
That's
the ball did not.
Wait,
the ball did not land. He went straight into the net.
They sell this in UK.
Abdullahi, put the Ziyech go up. Put it up.
Oh my god! I saw that go.
Against two.
Against
Georgia.
Big game.
Put the goal up.
It was just a friendly match. But the problem with Ziyech is like this guy that I don't even understand it. Sometimes, but he plays very well for Morocco though. I like him. He plays well for Morocco. I've been watching him a little bit. He plays very well for Morocco national team. But when it comes to Chelsea, no comments.
He doesn't want to be at Chelsea though.
I know. Do you?
He just doesn't train. He just doesn't train well, man. He's not a good trainer. So all these bomb managers, they just use road runners instead.
Okay, I've seen the goal. That's a good goal. He hung the goalkeeper. That's a good goal. That's not a bad goal. But the problem with him is, can he do this on a consistent level for Chelsea? That is my issue.
No.
He can do it if he's playing consistently. He will do it.
See, that's the goal. That's a goal. See, that's a goal.
Blue Eyes, watch this. Look.
That's the edge. He has that in him. We know that for sure. He has that in him. We know that. See, he has that in him. That's like his edge for you. So I'm not surprised. But he needs to do this consistent level. See,
he can do it. The only thing is Chelsea just wants a player that will just be complete. We just want a Lionel Messi in.
See. The only player that can do this.
That was his second. That was his second touch.
Yeah, Kibishka country. Yeah,
boom.
See go. I'm not surprised with this because he does that in Chelsea. I've seen him score those kind of goals before. So Ziyech is a baller. We know that. We need to leave Chelsea for a better environment because that is not a good environment to thrive. So
I don't think right now in the Premier League, I don't think any player right now can score that goal.
is what you call a peculiar player.
I really don't think it was Wayne Rooney that used to score this type of goal. I think Wayne Rooney scored like 3 of this type of goals in his career or something. It's actually a very difficult thing.
I'm doing Steve. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys sell this kind of water in UK or London?
What water?
Yeah, water. H2O. Like, you know, in Africa, we sell this in Ever Water. There's small, there's extra large, and so
yeah,
there's
you can
small.
buy in UK, yeah.
Do they have it?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much do you guys sell it?
£1.
£1. So that's approximately to how much here. Because here we buy like the big one, like we have like a big one, we buy it like sometimes it's 24, sometimes it's 48. Depending on how much is it.
But in UK, so if you go to cash and carry, you can buy a bulk of them in it.
Okay, so because we have like a bulk, so sometimes it depends on the store. We sell it like $3, maybe $2.99, maybe $3.41 sometimes. It depends on the store, though. It depends on the store. No, it's not Fiji water. Oh, it's called Fiji water in Nigeria. Is it called Fiji water? Is it called Fiji water in Africa? But I'm not sure. But I only know Ever Water. I don't know apart from that.
No, I don't know Fiji. Isn't Fiji water that expensive stuff?
Did you see the goal, Blue Eyes?
Yo, that was a big goal. That was a big goal.
I don't know. Wait, is it called Fiji water in Africa? I don't know if it is Fiji water. Blue Eyes. Is it Fiji water? Because the one I know is Ever Water.
I don't think I know. No. Fiji water, isn't that the expensive one?
I'm not sure. It's been long since I went to Africa. Last time when I went, it was Ever Water that I bought. I don't know. I bought the biggest one though. I don't know. I bought the biggest one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know about Fiji water. Maybe vote for if you can elaborate us more. Elaborate us more. Guys, who's looking forward to the World Cup on Sunday?
I'm looking forward to it, but it feels a bit weird because the time it's on, innit? It's
yeah,
like,
it's in the
wait.
Has there been any year that the World Cup has been played in winter before, like in November?
No.
Because players are getting injured, so it's a little bit weird though. You drink Tereri.
Abdullahi, I've got some big news coming soon on your boy who you love.
Oh, my boy?
Yeah.
Don't talk about my boy. Relax. I don't want blood to start coming at me now. We might not leave you in 3 hours, so relax.
I will drop you the news tomorrow.
Let me have some goosebumps in me. Let me chill. Let me enjoy. I know you want to talk about my boy, Oshibamba, my guy. Blue Eyes, whether you like it or not, you will support our boy. Whether you like it or not, you must support us.
Don't let that news get to me. I will chop it off, man.
No more tribalism. You must support us in it.
So is he coming to Chelsea?
Yeah. Steve.
We will talk tomorrow, brother.
What's the difference between tomorrow and today?
It has to be a right time before someone else drops it.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, the difference is Abdullah is eating donuts and it's 3 o'clock in the morning here.
And the sugar's got to him, yeah.
And the sugar's got to
Relax. I don't want to talk about Osimhen. I don't want to go like.
I think that's a good point. You have a point there, sir.
but is it Steve? Is it about Osimhen or who?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
See, my. I don't want to.
There's no space for Osimhen in my club, man. But there's no space. Relax. I don't know hiding it. Well, if you come, we'll take you.
No. I don't want that. No.
If you come,
my boy must be respected in world football.
Victor Osimhen.
If he comes, we shall take him, but there's no space for Osimhen.
There's space for Osimhen. Osimhen walk into that
I don't think you hear what I'm saying. There is no space for.
Which club do you support, Blue Eyes?
Somebody say, give me Paul Onuachu. Now, Paul Onuachu, chai. I don't know what happened today, man.
No, but you see, Blue Eyes, that's what I'm saying. It's something to do with the coaching. That team is decent enough, but if you see the goals they consider, they're very poor goals. Very, very poor goals for a team that is supposed to have
we got violated from the midfield, Abdul, sorry. We got violated in the midfield.
Anyhow you look at it, man, that team is the way they are. I don't know. I don't think it's strictly just the team. The team is this. The team
is it too?
Nice big yawn.
Guys, Steven, is it too? I'm hearing they want to close out Twitter. What's going on with Twitter?
What's that, brother?
I'm hearing they want to close out Twitter.
Close Twitter down?
Yeah. Elon Musk?
Who?
Elon Musk has fired like 89% of staff.
What is going on with Twitter?
I don't. If they shut it down, I'm calm. I've got a big page on Facebook, so.
Oh my God! They want to shut down Twitter, please. Elon Musk, use your brain, please. Use brain.
No, but we already know Elon Musk is a mad guy.
According to an inside source, the internal version of the Twitter app used by employees already slowing down. Chai. So Twitter is going down. So no more Twitter.
Well, at least Mason Mount won't get any hate.
So no more Twitter, guys. Blue Eyes and Abdul, congratulations on you guys not using Twitter.
Have you?
Congratulations on you guys not using Twitter.
What happened? No more Twitter again.
Blue Eyes has a burner account. I don't believe this guy, man. He's on Twitter, bro.
I wish I was, man. You know how much
Twitter is
how much information I lost not being on Twitter? I wish I was, man.
Twitter had no money when it gets sold. Elon Musk is closing it down. I don't know what happened, but it's closing it down. I don't know why.
If you had Twitter, you would always be on Laura Woods' account.
You know, another one I like is
Elon Musk is going to
one that used to play for Chelsea, man. I forgot about her.
Right off American government.
You remember her, the one that played for Chelsea?
Begins with a K, innit?
Karen Carney.
Carney, yeah. She does Sky Sports now, innit? Pundit.
Yeah. Karen Carney. Ooh. Bruh. Forget about it, man.
No more Twitter. Oh Lord, help us.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Steve?
Yeah. She captain Chelsea.
Abdul, congratulations to you, and bless. Congratulations to you guys for not using Twitter. It lasted too long. Congratulations to you guys.
That new signing for the women looks kind of nice as well.
I
didn't see her.
I forget her name, but she's fit, man.
Is it that lady that was number 26?
She's got long hair. No, not her. No. This is the white lady, but she looks fit, man.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
The women's team is looking very good, and the men's team, they look very good. I like them.
Did you know? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a story. Is a Premier League club unnamed. There's two players going out with each other, and it's out of the top 6.
Two players going out with each other.
And they're gonna reveal it soon.
Sorry, say that again.
There's a top 6 Premier League club where there's two players going out with each other, and they're gonna come out and admit it.
In the women's league?
No, men.
What are you talking about, man?
It's a top 6 club where there's two men players going out with each other, and they're gonna come out and admit it. That's all I'm saying.
No, I know. I'm just trying to. I hear you, but I'm trying to.
I don't want to
talk about.
Do you know? I think it is. I think it's Mount and Havertz. I'm not gonna lie.
How about that's a girlfriend?
Stop that nonsense. Stop
Look
that.
at the way they cuddle and touch each other and shit.
Stop
man.
that breakdown.
Watch them closely.
Excuse me, Stephen. Avatar is girlfriend. Relax. If that happens, that guy doesn't need to even
See, don't be homophobic. Don't let YouTube cancel you.
Steve, if that happens, Kai Havertz
Don't
needs to
let
start
him
doing
come cancel you.
LGBT at the moment.
Remember
No more
that funny
animal
face he did when he won the Champions League with his
See, I
hands?
won't be so. I really won't be surprised anyway. For Mount Rice, I won't be surprised. Even Chilwell, I won't be surprised. I really will not be surprised.
See, if Kai Havertz does that, if I'm his girlfriend, I'm disowning him immediately. ASAP. Because
Kai Havertz,
he has a girl.
Ben Chilwell, Mason Mount, they have this feminine thing about them.
Hey man, imagine
now,
that.
woman being
Imagine
enjoying
that.
all those
They'll be
things
saying,
too.
"Hello, Abdullahi."
Somebody said Koulibaly and Kovacic.
Nah, Koulibaly and Kovacic. No, you can see the masculinity in those
African ancestor Wabis Koulibaly is the captain of
those
Senegal.
ones.
They will go to Senegal for him. He's the captain of Senegal. They will
If
go
it is Kai and Mount,
I don't think it's
Johnny's in the mud. Johnny's in the mud, bro.
I don't think it's Kai. Kai has a fiance.
No, trust me. Trust Johnny to back it to the end, man. He's gonna back his boy to the end. You don't know this guy. It's like a cult, man.
But it's a true story, so let's see who it is.
You guys are killing me, man. Yo, stop, man. Stop. Whew.
It might be Blue Ice's boy, innit? Jorginho.
Impossible. That guy is married, man.
Jorginho and Rhys James.
What, the Italian stripper?
You leave Jorginho alone, please. Can you leave? Can you just live his life, please? I beg you. He didn't go to the World Cup. Can you enjoy?
Yeah, I think he's enjoying because he didn't play the friendly, so
yeah,
he's enjoying.
This is the reason why he's durable. He's very efficient with his time management skills.
No, I don't have a problem with Jorginho. I think it's all right, man.
Of course,
he gets a lot of hate, man.
Too much, man. Yo,
Just
Sterling, man. You guys.
No, the
guys...
thing is, Jorginho just knows how to look good in a bad team. That's it. If everyone else is playing really well, you see how shit Jorginho is.
No, if everyone else is playing well,
everyone is playing bad.
Well, at least Chelsea put his contract talks on hold. That's a good sign for me.
Yeah, they need to put everybody's contract on hold.
Everybody. He's gonna get his contract comfortably. Now, what are you talking about? He's gonna get his contract. It is Jorginho that will even turn the first contract down.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I look at Sterling, my guy, I'm asking myself, what just happened here, man?
It will turn up in the World Cup, you watch.
I know he's gonna have a monster World Cup. I know. The thing is, I'm hoping he can bring that form back into our side come January, man.
I think a lot of players were playing safe because of the World Cup. That's my opinion.
It makes sense.
I think when they come back, we'll see a different team, man. That's what I believe, anyway.
Is this Declan Rice last year? No, he's got 2 more years, eh?
No, 1, I think.
Oh,
yeah. It's talk of him, Liverpool, City, Chelsea. Let's see what happens.
If he goes to any of those teams without coming to us, come on, buddy. Anyways, we sold him.
Yeah, we let him go.
We let him go, man. At how old was he? 15? 19?
I think 14.
Okay.
We need him, man.
Like, you have no idea. That's the missing link, man. That's the missing link, man. Somebody who can stay and play. Oh, we got to get this guy cooking, Zakaria.
Yeah, apparently we still want the guy from Ajax, and we're coming back for him. They've
Alvarez
told the player. Yeah, they told him we're coming for
Blue Eyes. Do you know that Southampton guy? That guy is so good.
The one that plays
the one we're linked with.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah, apparently Chelsea are going in for him hard.
He's just like Essien. He plays like Essien.
What's his name
exactly
again?
like Essien.
Tell me, it's my guy. What's his name again? Hey, what's his name?
He's better than Bissouma, man, with the way he
I was
plays.
just talking about
Honestly.
this. I was just talking about this guy last week. What's this boy's name? Hold on, I'll tell
Which
you.
one?
The one you're talking about, Southampton. Is it Lavia? No, not Lavia.
Lavia. Romeo
Is it
Lavia.
Lavia?
Yeah, Chelsea won him as well.
Oh, Lavia. That's not the guy I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, but I know Lavia. Lavia is okay. Yeah, Lavia reminds me of Rafael Leao. They come from the same plot.
Is it Portuguese?
I don't know, but they call it Salamba football. Salamba. You know.
He actually moves like SCN to me. And
He's a good player,
strong.
man. He's a fantastic player. And
Even this
Southampton.
guy, Enzo Fernandez, man, that guy is a that guy. Footballers are there. Now we just define English talent. We are just looking for English talent. I don't know, Chukwuemeka, this Loftus-Cheek, Mount Gallagher. We are the only club that has as many English players that are just crap everywhere.
Where is Chukwuemeka said? What happened to the boy? The guy just went missing. What happened?
It's been injured.
Senior football is not time. He needs a loan.
Wow. He needs to get better, man. He needs to play games. He needs games. He's too young to not be playing.
Lavia has a buyback clause for Man City. I believe they have first refusal. They sold him to something. Okay.
Oh, this Lavia guy is a City boy.
Yeah, he's a City boy. Yeah, they bought it from City. You know those starting players, all of them have been bought from City youth team. All of them, from the goalkeeper to Lavia to Bozu, all of them, City youth team. That is what everybody wants to do in terms of the multi-culture or whatever you call it, multi-club stuff that he's doing. We want to buy one club from Portugal, so we can send our youth there and some.
We want to buy three clubs.
Yeah, 3 clubs. So some brilliant idiot needs to go there and play football, not Chelsea anymore. Chelsea doesn't fit them. I don't want to mention them. I prefer to keep notes. Some of them need to go there and play. That's their level. Thank God, no Chelsea football. It's all about World Cup. I'm happy. I don't want to start ranting anymore. Thank God it's World Cup. So World Cup is going to be interesting.
Mendy's going to leave in January, you know.
Yeah, I heard it. Just might go for Sanchez or they're going for this AC Milan.
We're going for the Brighton keeper and we're going to get him.
Already,
July, we've contacted his agent already.
Wow.
And the player wants to move.
So we are going for Sanchez?
Yeah,
now, does he want to read all Brighton hierarchy?
No, it's Potter who wants him.
So, oh my God. So we already got it sporting recruitment
because he can play with his feet. That's why Potter wants him.
So now we are going for Brighton goalkeeper.
He's very good, though. He's very good. Let's not lie. He's a very good keeper. He's in the Spain squad as well.
Yeah, I like him.
I like him, man.
Mm-hmm. But you know my preference, Steven, the AC Milan goalkeeper.
Yeah, but you're never gonna get him because AC Milan won't sell him.
Yeah, and I think he has a release clause though.
This Latvia of the guy really looks very smooth.
His name is Magmayan Abdul, the AC Milan goalkeeper. Magmayan.
I'm talking about
the. He's the guy who was in France, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Romeo Lavia.
Oh, Romeo Lavia is from AC. Yeah.
No, maybe it's the camera that is making him look good, but he looks very sleek, man.
He's a good player. I like him. Very good player. I like him. Lavia it's not that bad. I like him. See, blue eyes. See, finish. Chelsea want to be.
Imagine. This is completely finish.
We're buying all Brighton hierarchy blue eyes. What is going on with Chelsea?
See, finish. No be small team, my brother. Can you imagine?
All Brighton hierarchy. We
want the midfielder as well, apparently.
A midfielder, yeah.
Caicedo,
yeah.
It's not about buying all these players. How do you put them together? How do you manage them? How do you harmonize
them? Is it true, Steven, that Potter wants to move to back four?
Well, I hear this. He's doing it in training, but what does it matter when it comes to games? He displays the back three. He did it at Brighton. He trained them in the back four. He played the back three. I don't know, man. Tuchel did the same. What happened? He played the back three. So, don't know, man. I wouldn't read too much into it right now.
I think it's about time we move.
Okay, so now is this true? So Nick Pope ahead of Pickford and Ramsdale. Okay.
No, it's not true. Pickford's number one.
Steven, they said, have you been to Brighton before? I heard it's a nice seaside city.
I've been there, yeah.
The Amex Stadium.
Yeah, and I've been to the seaside bit and the town.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
I've been to every away ground in the UK, every stadium.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've been to every stadium.
Nice.
League One, League Two, Championship, Premiership, the whole lot. I've done them all.
Nice, man. Nice, man.
Not bad.
You're the ones keeping the lights on, eh?
Yeah, man.
I know this Lavia is only 18.
Yeah, he's 18. Yeah, he's 18.
But the way that guy plays, man.
Matured football.
I swear.
That
guy needs a proper development at a very good team.
I see him in that Kamavinga.
Yeah, Kamavinga type. Yeah. He needs a strong team. No be say make it come. They find Jorginho. He needs a team that has strong midfield already. That just
it's not as bad as what people say. No, it's not.
He's a top player. He's a top player, but if we just have Jorginho here, we're not going to improve. Really, we need to get rid of everybody. Honestly, for me, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Kovacic, everybody, Mount, Gallagher, everybody.
Juventus get rid of.
Want to get rid of Loftus-Cheek, but the club want to offer him a new contract. So I don't know what to say, man.
I don't know what to say. I'm confused.
This Lavia, he's from Belgium.
Yes, from Belgium. Yeah.
That looks good and strong, man.
This is oh my god, this guy this is like an African player, Abdul. This is the picture I have of him. He looks like an African player. Is it from DR Congo or from which country is this?
It's gonna be Congo. Romeo.
That's Lavia. Is it from DR Congo or which country is that? I don't even know. But I like him, he's a good player. I like him. I like him. It's not bad. It's not bad a player. I'll take him. From your Lavia. Not bad player. But still need to develop it because he's young. So he need more development.
Abdullahi, this is what I want to ask everyone. Why do Chelsea want to buy a centre-back?
Because Thiago Silva is leaving in the end of the season. So
I don't care. We need a right wing back to back up.
We're also looking at right wing back.
Apparently in January we're not. We want a centre back over a right wing back. I don't get it.
Maybe we might buy that in the summer.
I don't know, but we need a backup for Reece James, man.
I know.
Every time he gets injured, we're fucked as a team, man.
I know.
Imagine.
I just don't get it, man.
I know. We have to. It's important. We have to. We have no choice. We have to.
Every time we lose him, our form just goes downhill, man.
But is that because we are playing? Is that because we are playing mainly?
Jeeps, the last place, respect my brother. Jeeps. Imagine you slender this man and he wins the World Cup in Qatar.
Yeah, this guy, Potter don't want him, man, and he's putting him on the transfer list.
It will not go well. Jeeps,
this guy is already on the transfer list, Abdullah.
Wow, Koulibaly?
Yes.
Wow. Chai.
Potter would rather play Cucurella over him.
Chai. And he signed a 4-year deal. Oh Lord, help us.
He'll probably end up back at Napoli on loan. You watch.
I think we're one of the clubs that makes the worst decisions.
We do. That's why I'm glad Todd's bringing in all these new people, man.
That's what he should have done before firing
Football
Tuchel.
brains, man. Football
Yeah,
brains.
football brains. I'm very happy when I saw them. Abdul has been shouting, I don't want sporting director. Abdul, you have gotten your wish. You are bringing football people into the club and scouting. So you're getting your wish.
Yeah, but again,
I can't hear you, Abdul. I can't hear you.
Do they know football? Or
yeah, they are football brains. They are football brains. People that have been, but they are football brains.
Well, if
they are footballing people.
If they know football, and
they do.
One's from Monaco, one's from City.
One from City, one from Monaco, one from Brighton. They all know football. They are all
football. They're good, man.
Very good talent. When
we didn't have this before under Roman.
We don't have it before. In terms of talent ID, you gotta give them they have their juice and
what are they?
Isn't Winning Star, whatever his name is Winning Star. The Brighton guy, Caicedo.
Bring the article up from the one they pronounced the other day. Put it on screen.
Is he from Chelsea? Twitter? From where?
Yes, on the official page.
From Chelsea?
Yeah. He's doing transfers. Bring it on screen.
Yeah, I'll bring it on screen. Let me go back to Chelsea stuff here. So let me bring out this name.
What is their terms of reference?
I'm bringing them now. I'll show you. Don't worry, I'll show you.
What I mean is, are these people strictly working to bring talent to the first team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have
an academy as well.
Mm-hmm. For academics as well, bringing talent into the club and also nurturing them. Why are people tagging me with Shai Havertz? I don't want to see Shai Havertz.
Any news on Trossard?
Yes. We contacted his agent.
So Abdul, this is the guy from Brighton.
So
his name is Paul Winstenstein. That's his name.
Click on it. Click on the.
So this is the Abdul. This is his stuff here. So Paul joins Chelsea. It's to announce the Paul. I has been appointed at the role of Director of Global Talent and Transfer. 8 years at Brighton and Overbom. Initially as a talent identification manager, then as a head of recruitment. Major role in Brighton building a reputation for finding and developing talent. He also liked to time Brighton for enabling him to take up the new opportunity with Chelsea. He will join Chelsea immediately. He said on his I'm thrilled to be joining Chelsea to continue working with Graham Potter and his team. There's a real sense of excitement and momentum around the new ownership, and I'm looking forward to working.
I'm skeptical about all of this appointment though, because if I don't know, man, I don't know what's the bandwidth or what do they call that frequency thing in radio. How big is this guy's player scouting power or something? I feel like if you wanted to bring someone as a head of scout or something, go to like Barcelona, go to Madrid or something. Go and pick a heavy hitter there, man. I'm tired of all this.
You have to trust them though, because they are the new ownership, and it's what Potter want and what the Todd Bowley is kind of doing. So we have to just trust them in terms of their decision they make. So you have to just wait and see. We have to wait and see though. You gotta wait and see.
It's not like they just got these. They interview loads of people as well.
Exactly. So they are doing that due diligence. You have to respect. Yes. You have to give them. You have to give them their flowers.
I'm quite happy with all of this, to be honest. It's good to see, man.
Exactly.
So we haven't seen this at our club in a long time, man.
In a long time, man. Exactly. So it's refreshing. It's very refreshing.
Yeah.
Abdi finally get his bitch. And he's laughing there right now.
Someone eating the chips, man.
No more, it's me eating donuts. Glass.
Yeah, what donuts you got, Abdullah, man?
Dunkin' Donuts. Do you guys have Dunkin' Donuts in UK?
Yeah. Do you have Krispy Kremes as well?
Yeah, but I don't like it. I usually eat glazed donut and then the old fashioned. I bought this like it's not far from my place I'm living. Do you guys have this in UK or London?
We have all different donuts, probably. Yeah. I don't really eat much donut, but
yeah, but
We have all different shops with donuts.
With donuts, okay. But the one I like most is the one from Starbucks. I don't know if you guys have Starbucks in UK.
Yeah.
So Starbucks is good. I like Starbucks. I like that coffee because that coffee is very good. Also, I like that coffee. It's
I love. If you go to Enfield, you can see all the nice Krispy Kreme donuts coming through the machine.
I only take glazed donuts. I take old fashioned. Very good donuts. Those are the good donuts I take. These are good ones.
Are you doing a watch along for the first World Cup game?
Yeah, Senegal.
Yeah, I would join.
But you know what? I want to do the finishing touches on the intro. You know, everything will be ready.
Did you see Pulisic on Graham Potter?
I'm sorry, I don't want to go to about police. It's annoying the freak out of me. She just shut up and not and play football. I don't want to hear anything. It's freaking annoying the heck out of me right now. She just enjoys football. No more talk. I'm tired. He has been doing this paper now. So now he wants to start talking now. I'm tired. Let's play your football.
England are going to win the World Cup, man.
Are they winning what? Excuse me.
England are going to win the World Cup.
They're not winning any shit.
I'm telling you. Mason Mount's going to score the winner, man.
Mason what? It's not happening.
He's going to score the winner. He's going to put his
I can see them
on his ears to all the haters.
Iran and Wales is knocking down England. So Blue Eyes, you better start putting your hope down.
Brazil are winning, man.
Brazil, we'll see. Brazil is a good team, but I don't think Brazil will win it. I just have this feeling that Senegal will win it.
Nah, they're not good enough, Abdullah.
Steven,
with Mendy and goal.
Steven, imagine everybody
no Mane. It's not happening. Man.
See. Imagine everybody.
They're not even. Let me tell you now, they're not even getting out the group. Watch.
They will get out. I'm saying it right now.
No.
They will beat Netherlands. They will even beat Ecuador. You see?
They're gonna flop. Watch. They're gonna get battered on that.
Senegal play better.
The first game, they're done, bro.
First
game, they're done, man. First game, they're done.
Oh
yeah, you have to smash your TV, brother.
Relax. Amen. Easy. Abdullah, is a popular prediction online for final. It's not even gonna happen. It's not happening. Don't worry, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. We'll see, though. We'll see. Abdi, want to say something?
I can't even remember. Oh, I was gonna say Senegal are not good, please. No.
Realize Abdul.
The World Cup, if you go and study the World Cup, it always follows the same pattern. There's a lot of countries sometimes we hype up, but when they get to the nitty-gritty, they will discover how poor they are. That is what I'm saying about African countries. You guys should actually focus on AFCON.
Why I said this World Cup, Senegal winning because of the way the host nation Qatar, where it's been.
Come on, man, they're not gonna win it, brother.
Steven, if Senegal wins the World
Cup, can they compete with a good team? I don't think so.
Okay, Steve, I know. What if they win the World Cup?
They can't. No Mane, no, they're done, bro.
I know. What if
they might as well go home now?
Relax. Steven, I have a narrative. So
I like them because
let my narrative.
I don't think they're gonna do well. I think they're gonna have a stinker of a World Cup.
We'll see on Sunday.
I think Mendy is gonna make some shockers.
If they're born in forefather way, we should make mistake. If they're born him way, we should make mistake. If they're born him way, you should make mistake.
You see,
Mendy and Koulibaly at the back. They came in for vacation.
Abdullah.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of happy.
They should sing the Koulibaly song. What Chelsea sing? Have you heard it?
No.
It's a good song.
No worries.
I'm kind of happy that Nigeria is not going to the World Cup because it will have amounted to a waste of money.
Waste of money, waste of betting, waste of rubbish.
So I don't think Senegal can get anywhere.
We'll see though.
you're thinking about, okay, but most of the time we only have instances where we have some of these small profile countries maybe get into the semi-final.
Yeah.
Are you saying Senegal are going to break the jinx? They're going to
Yes. Abdul, I'm saying that now. Senegal will get into the final of Qatar and they will win it.
Yeah,
Senegal,
they
right
will
now.
not. They won't even get to the quarterfinals, and I know for a fact England will.
Steve, don't worry.
I'm telling you.
We're gonna be here on Sunday. We'll be here on Sunday. Abdul, I'm saying that now.
I put money on it. England win it, man.
People are downgrading
Clip this now. I'm telling you, England.
because of Sadio
England
Mane.
are bringing the World Cup
I
back
know
to
how
England.
good Sadio Mane is. I know how good he is as a player. But I'm saying right now, Abdul, they
Do you
will
want
play
to have a bet?
play
Do you
much
want to have
better.
a bet with me? Do you want to have a bet? Do you want to
No,
put money?
I don't like betting, so relax. I'm
Come
doing
on,
the prediction. Senegal will win it, Abdul, because if you look
no.
at Senegal, they play much better without Sadio Mane. I know how important he is for them, but they play much better without him, and they play more cohesiveness in that Senegal team than Sadio Mane. I know he's the talisman. I know for
Who's
fact.
going to score the goals?
Anybody can score goals for them. They have a very quality team that can score for them without Sadio Mane.
I have to disagree with you, brother.
We'll see on Sunday. We'll see on Sunday. We'll see. I know how good Sadio Mane is because he's a talisman. But I've seen Senegal play much better football and more cohesiveness without Mane. Yeah, without him. I've seen them play more good, better technical football without Sadio Mane. I've seen them play not once, not twice. I've seen them play countless times. So I know what I'm saying when it comes to Senegal because I've seen them play. I know how important Sadio LDO is for them. I know.
No, it's not going to happen.
They're going to get battered, man.
We'll see
in
the
first game. Monday. They play Monday.
No, Sunday. No, they play Sunday.
Monday.
Who plays on Sunday?
It's the first game.
Abdullah, just enjoy this World Cup. Don't get your high blood pressure high. And so that you don't break your TV.
I have a narrative. My narrative must shine in Qatar.
He will break that TV when England win the World Cup and Mason Mount scores.
Okay, so the first match is Qatar.
He's already desperate for Senegal to win. How is he not going to break the TV? He's going to break the TV. Somebody that believes Senegal is going to win.
Relax. I'm booking so much TV. I'm cool. I'm a little bit easy now, unlike before.
Okay. And the good thing is it's December, so December sales.
Oh, Black Friday! I'm doing it. Stop. I'm doing stop. Relax. I've already booked like 3 TVs on that Lampard, and I already bought new one already. So I don't want to. I'm a little bit more easier right now, unlike before.
Don't break your TVs over football, brother.
I'm going to be serious. I bought 3, like Samsung 54.
Expensive, man. Don't do that.
I know in America it's not expensive, relax.
Don't worry. You'll get another one for like Christmas.
Not expensive. When I bought a TV for $200 before. It's not that expensive. So on the Lampard, I bought I booked 3 TVs. I think one is Samsung, one is I've forgotten the LG, and the other one is I forgot the last one. I just went to the store. Fortunately for me, the 3 of them was on sales. It hasn't expired yet. I just went back to the store and I got the 3 back. And let's give them a receipt. What happened to your TV? Because of the weather, it broke down. So I need a new TV. And they gave me a new one. So relax. I'm a little bit more lenient now. So I mean,
just make sure that the next time you buy a TV, tell them like the only guarantee you want is you can replace it after watching football.
Seriously, I'm more lenient now like before. The one I have right now is 56 inches. Where did I even bought it from? And it's pretty good. I've been using that since last year, so I'm okay with that.
Abdullah, do you play PlayStation?
Yeah, I do.
What you got? PS5, PS4?
I got PS4.
Oh, so do you play FIFA?
Yeah, but it's been long.
Why don't you play me, man?
It's been long. You know why? I'm trying to.
I can play you online, brother.
Don't worry. I'll be. People has been saying I should come online. Guys, people, my fans, I'll come
will
online.
send you my
Just send me. I'll come online.
Play each other.
Don't worry.
You have a headphone, then we can talk to each other while we play.
Sure. When I set up everything, I will let you know. Then we can be able to.
Yeah, I'll play you, man.
Abdul, do you have the PlayStation 4 or 5?
Yeah.
No,
Abdul,
I don't play games, man.
You don't play? Abdul, do you play Mortal Kombat?
I don't play games, man.
You don't play games? What do you not play?
No, I don't play. I just decided not to
He
play.
He plays guitar, man.
Abdul, I'm
joking, brother.
Abdul, wait. I know you watch black and white TV, but this is 2022. We have evolved.
Do you know when I started playing games?
When was that? Nintendo?
No.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic or Saga? There's one thing. There's one stuff in. Is it Sega? It's Sega. Yeah, Sega.
I can't even remember the names, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're called Commando or something.
And Nintendo, when it's Super Mario.
Super Mario.
But then I stopped.
James, stop, relax. Relax. Let me catapult. Relax, James, relax. Easy. Oh, people want me to play it on the stream.
Yeah, I'll play you on stream. I'll play you on stream, brother.
How can I connect it to my YouTube? I'll find a way to do it.
Yeah, you can do it. You see how Matisse does it. Oh, yeah, I've got some news for you soon on that.
On Matisse?
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute. We need to speak to Matisse. He needs to come to the stream. We have to have a discussion.
He does live stream on YouTube when he's playing FIFA.
Oh.
You just share screen or something. I think. So we'll sort it out. Don't worry. I'll play you on stream.
We'll figure it out. I can connect my TV with my laptop. I can do that. I have external connection where I use whenever I want to do the stuff. So sometimes when I want to do the watch along, I can try to connect my TV. I'm just gonna put it on mute when it's not gonna talk. But I can connect my TV with my laptop where I will share my screen.
I will thrash you on FIFA, brother.
Relax.
I'm the king, man.
You're the king. Don't worry. I'll tell you I'm the boss.
We'll see.
I don't use sales on FIFA. I use PSG. I don't use Chelsea.
Yeah, I use Chelsea. I only use Chelsea.
I use PSG. And the guy I use on PSG most is Kylian Mbappe.
Don't worry, I've got Mason Mount up front. I'm joking.
Relax. Excuse me. No, I can't hate it goes. Don't worry. I'll connect it on my TV. Don't worry, guys. We'll get in there. I'll set it up. Stevie wants to play me. Don't worry.
Yeah, we have to.
Guys, when I score, I'm gonna do a Sue celebration. Don't worry. I'll do like this. I'll do this one. The new Ronaldo celebration. I'll do that. I'll do Sue.
I'll do an Anthony celebration with the ball going in a circle.
Oh, it's easy to stream from your PlayStation. Yeah, it is. But I want to connect it to my YouTube though. I want to connect it to my YouTube so people
you can do that. You can.
Yeah, people can see this stream. I'll do it. So Abdul can see how I'm lecturing. He will see how I'm lecturing Steven in terms of PS.
No, I have.
When you get about at 6 now, yeah.
Don't worry.
I have friends who are obsessed with it, so I just don't.
Relax, Abdul. Relax. Abdul, you need to start playing games. Football has evolved, so you need to start joining the generation right now.
No. I've got too much stuff I want to do. I do, man.
Did you ever play Pro Evo? I don't know.
Yeah, I play Pro. I play online. I play Pro.
The only thing I didn't like is the names, in it, man. They're not the real names.
No, the real names?
No, they're like London Red and.
Oh, relax.
Because I can't use the real names, in it.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing that too.
No mind.
I'm doing that too.
He just wants to take the piss, man.
You played FIFA in 1980. What FIFA is that?
Played FIFA 1980.
What fever is that, Abdul? What fever is that?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Abdul played Nintendo and Sega. You know those Nintendo and Sega where we play in Nigeria then? Relax. London Blues, relax. Respect us, relax.
No, that was one of the names on Pro Evo. That's what we were called.
Abdul enjoyed that. Which one is Atari?
I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about, man.
Relax, don't worry. So, Abdul and Steve, which station are you guys watching the World Cup from in your place? What station?
Oh, on UK, it's on ITV1 and BBC1.
BBC1, okay.
The first game's on ITV.
ITV.
On Sunday.
Mine in America is on Peacock, and mine is on Peacock. It's on so many stations here. So many stations.
Ours is like it's free for UK TV. Like anyone can watch.
Mine is also free too. Mine is also free because there are so many stations showing the World Cup. I'm like, excuse me, so many. I have ESPN Plus showing it. Peacock is showing it. Tubi TV showing it. So many stations is showing it. I'm like, what's going on? Why is everybody showing World Cup? Okay.
Yeah, in the UK, it's ITV1 and BBC1.
That's fine. People are making me save my money. Oh, the green and black Nokia phone Abdul is there too. You play football on the old Nokia games on the old Nokia phone. I remember those games.
Do you hear about Nkunku?
Yeah, it's out for
no, it could be an ACL.
ACL, yeah. It should be fine though. By June, if you want to get him in June, it should be.
If it's an ACL, Chelsea are not signing him.
Oh, just want to sign him?
No. Osimhen time.
Victor Osimhen. Don't give me a good one. Just let me chill and relax.
I'm telling you, brother.
Osimhen time, 150 million.
Abdullah is gonna go mad when he sees that David.
Abdul, if I see Osimhen,
when you see David tweet, Osimhen
if I see David Austin, if I see David Austin tweet Victor
24-hour stream, here we go.
Abdul, I'm saying right now, if Victor Osimhen join Chelsea, Abdul, we are going to the next afternoon. We are doing in 72 hours.
For me, if we are not getting Nkunku, that Varaskelia, I don't care how, whatever happens. Go and get that boy. I'm tired of trying Sterling and Mount on the left-hand side of the wing. We have to do all we can to stop.
I thought Mount was your favorite player.
Me, look at my AVI very well.
I'm
me,
joking, brother. I'm joking.
I mean, I've never liked. No, I just back him, man. When they put him against some bombs in Man City and all that, I just tell them, man, this guy has done more at the same age than them.
Why is he putting his contract on hold? Why is he putting his contract on hold? Why?
No. What you have to remember is contracts. This is what happens in negotiations. It actually is not on hold. What happened was that they're bringing out the old story from 2.5 months ago. This is old news. This is not new news. The journalists, man, they get the news late. Yeah. What happened was they offered him a 7-year deal with 150 grand, and he said no because he saw Reece James. Reece James is on 300k.
Wow.
So he wants close to that, and now they've actually him and his dad's his agent. They've already agreed a contract. In January, he will sign. It's done. He's getting what he wants. He's going to sign a 7-year deal of 250k. It's done.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's some slave signing. That's the most stupid signing I've seen in the last 50 years. Honestly, there's no meaning behind it.
Yeah, but if they ever want to sell him, Chelsea have full control of that. That's why they've given him that 7-year deal. So if 2 years down the line they feel like, nah, you're not for us, they can sell him for a good price. That's why they're giving these big contracts. Like Brozier, he got a 6.
Yeah, because I'm hearing Brozier might go to Napoli with Osimhen.
That could happen, but yeah.
Because
that's why they give these big contracts. It's that Chelsea have more control over the player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing Chelsea might do a swap deal between Osimhen and them.
Amanda Boja.
He could go the other way in the deal, yeah.
Yeah, because this person that I came out and said they love Boja a lot, so I might see something happening between Osimhen and Boja.
Yeah, they'll probably give Broja and some cash, and probably smack a buyback clause on him.
Yeah, and get Osimhen.
Yeah,
it's possible. Very possible.
Or it could be we buy Osimhen and we give Broja for cheaper to them, innit?
So okay, to them, okay, that's not bad. Okay.
Because you don't really see swap deals anymore.
But I think the only thing that can do it for that
probably be like we buy him, but then we give them Broja for cheaper than what anyone else would pay.
It's all about negotiation, though.
Yeah.
It's all about negotiation. So it depends. We'll see, though.
Guys, I gotta jump, man. Take it easy. Peace.
No worries, Abdul. We'll see you on Sunday.
Brother.
Qatar! Oh my God! I don't want to watch Qatar and Ecuador play. I'm tired of it.
That's a poor game for the first game, man.
I'm not watching that, guys. We'll start on Monday where we're gonna be watching. I'm not watching, guys. I'm sorry. I was already getting myself ready. I'm sorry. I'm not watching Ecuador and Qatar. That's gonna be a boring.
Don't you think that's a poor game to kick off the World Cup?
What? Because it's an host nation. Why are they doing that?
Yeah, that's why they've done it, innit? Yeah.
Why? I don't like that, man. I don't like that. It's annoying me, man.
It'll probably be a boring 0-0.
But Ecuador might win. Never can tell. They might win though. But because it's host nation, it's gonna be difficult for Ecuador because they are host nation.